Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be doing some more Umineko stuff. The mystery continues. Let's just say that because obviously we've been, you know, last time we've been looking into the whole whether everything could be disproven by, you know, actual human means. And, you know, Battle has really realistic evidence as to why there may be no Beatrice. And, you know, why, secondly, a lot of the factors that made us think, you know, things that could have potentially been really quite odd about, like, for example, Maria, you know, rational explanations that actually cover them. It is actually really quite interesting. Like, you can really take this mystery one way or the other. You can either think about the obviousness of, you know, how supernatural it seems, or you can just think, like, it's not actually that obvious, which... It's not obvious if it's supernatural or human caused or not, or whether it's just psychologically caused in, for example, Maria's case. It's really going to be quite interesting just to see, like, how this is actually going to progress today. I don't know, because judging by the first line, I think we're probably going to see quite a bit of, you know, mystery regarding a 19th person. So, yeah, let's see what has to be said, I suppose. For the time being, I put aside whether a 19th person existed and announced our theory that the goal of the culprit might have been to make us solve the riddle of the epitaph. It literally said that in the letter, but yeah. I suppose that they were too scared about what that message could have potentially been, so much so that they didn't actually, you know, listen to it. Uncle Hideyoshi seemed to be extremely interested, but Aunt Natsuhi said it was ridiculous and dismissed it. Yep, somehow really doesn't surprise me there. Yeah. Uncle Hideyoshi, fair enough. Of course. Of course, if you think about it that way, even that letter from yesterday makes sense. Yes, agreed. Yeah, that might have seemed to fit pretty well with the facts. Yeah, setting aside whoever it was that gave Maria-chan that letter. I know! Yeah. That doesn't fit well with the facts. The fact that she has the letter. Ooh? She sounds really quite annoyed. But at the same time, does she exist? Or is it just a childhood fantasy? Who knows? I can't tell. Even though she was puffing up her cheeks in that cute way she'd been doing since yesterday, I couldn't think of it as cute. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. If I poke fun at her, it might suddenly transform into a creep. Oh my god, I know. Oh, that's understandable. He's probably scarred for life after seeing that. Ironic for you to say that. You were literally showed the gold by Kraus. And yet you're saying there's no hidden gold. Right, okay then. I just love, I mean, obviously this is saying, like, if the culprit has any idea as to whether there may be hidden gold or not. And then whatever the rest of the sentence says. It could really contradict that, what we just read, before we added the extra line in. And if they're trying to make us solve the riddle before snatching the gold away for themselves, then I would agree it makes sense. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, so I suppose it is a gamble that they're taking, like, they're either going to be able to, you know, snatch the gold for themselves, or maybe these lot are going to be able to solve the epitaph, which is very likely, as we can obviously see. You need 10 days for the epitaph. I think it's already impossible to do so. That is actually a really good question, yeah. However, if that were the case, why would they start by killing those most highly ranked in the Ushinomiya family? Yeah, I don't disagree. So that no money can be in the conversation, I think. I see your point. Yep. It's the opposite. They say they want to make, obviously, all of these people solve the riddle, but yeah, they're going to make it as hard as possible for them. If they wanted to make us solve the riddle, killing those closest to Kinzo-san doesn't really sound like a good plan to me. Yeah. Yeah, that's true enough. Yeah, the fact that you're alive proves it isn't true. That's understandable, actually. And if we're going with that argument, wouldn't it have been quicker to threaten father in the first place?
私たちに謎を解かせるよりも本人に答えを聞いた方が早いはずよ。
You think it would be faster to just ask the person who wrote it? But they don't know who the person who wrote it would be. I mean, yeah, rather than try to force us to solve it.
確かにその通りや。
You've got a point there.
もっともお父さんが並大抵の脅迫で口を割るとは思えんが。
Oh yeah. I don't even think he would do it if his life was in danger. If death was inevitable, if he didn't actually reveal anything. He wouldn't. There's no way. Hmm.
金蔵さんをよく知る方なら、金蔵さんが並大抵の脅しには屈しないことを。
And I suppose because it's about inheritance-related things and gold, even though it did have a really big influence to his life, I suppose you could class that as an ordinary threat. Anyone who knows Kinzo-san well will probably realize that he wouldn't bow to ordinary threats.
これだけの財産を持つ後ろ宮家を背負われる方です。
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's the man who bears responsibility for the Ushinomiya family and all its vast wealth.
今日まで様々な攻撃や脅迫にさらされてきました。
Jesus. But that's understandable actually because of how risky I suppose his overall gain in capital and wealth actually was, especially because of the fact that when he bought the house, you know, he did kind of have to evade the law to get it for free. Well, not the house, sorry, the island. He's been exposed to many threats and attacks in the past.
それらすべてに打ち勝ってきたからこそ今日の繁栄があるのです。
I mean, I don't disagree, yeah. I mean, if he wasn't able to overcome all of them and, I don't know, for example, killed himself, then, yeah, I don't really think anybody would be here. The family only prospers today because he was able to overcome all of them.
それに関しては私も同感だぜ。
That's freaking
う
right.
ちのじい様が脅されて何かに従うなんてちょっと想像もつかないぜ。
Yeah, I can't even imagine our grandfather obeying somebody because of a threat.
ジェシカ、言葉遣いがはしたないです。
Damn. I mean, she was just being happy. I don't really understand why she has to be that civil. Fucking hell. What's your language?
はい。
Yes, ma'am.
ならこういう発想はどうだろ
In that case, what about this idea?
う。いや、これもぶっ飛んでるか。
No, wait, is this one also way out there? Oh, I wonder what his theory is actually going to be. I couldn't hesitate. Oh, so I feel like it's going to be a... Oh yeah, oh, their ideas are like bows and arrows. Understandable, actually. It might be hard to hit with, but it's a great weapon because you can hit enemies far away. I don't disagree, and the thing is, if you hit, there's always a small chance of hitting it. But the only thing is, I don't really think that's the most accurate analogy. It's like a bow and arrow, but, I don't know, you can't see where it's hitting. Because you don't know whether your guess has actually hit the mark or not. Yeah, I mean, that's actually understandable though. So they're basically saying here that, you know, they actually, this is another person that has no relation to their father, that, to their grandfather or father, depends on who you ask, but, yeah, just, get the secret of the epitaph and receive the gold. That's interesting. That's a really, really good motive. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. The same most people who've died in battles are killed by arrow. God. Damn. In a battle, you can't just shoot off one arrow. You shoot off a whole bunch of arrows at once. Oh, yeah, understandable actually. So with ideas, I suppose you fire out loads of ideas and then, oh, I suppose you just see which one actually makes it the furthest. I mean, I suppose you could make that analogy. It does make sense. You shoot a whole bunch of arrows at once, pushing forward towards the enemy troops with a wall of them. Yeah, definitely, yeah. So keep shooting over and over. Create a wall as you push forward towards the troop. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
犯
He's
人が
motivated.
隠された黄金が狙いってんなら俺たちに解かせるのは効率が悪い。
Exactly, why can't they do it themselves? Well, I suppose if they have more people trying to solve the riddle, then yeah, it could obviously be the case. But what if they found the hidden gold and then they're going to claim it before he does? Or she does, I don't know. If the culprit is after the hidden gold, forcing us to solve the riddle wouldn't be very efficient for them.
謎を作った本人に答えを聞く方が手っ取り早いさ。
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, there's the evidence regarding, well, there's the opinion regarding the fact that Kinzo, I don't really think he'd easily give a secret out. It'd be much quicker and easier to ask the person who made it in the first place.
じゃあさ、これはつまり
In that case, the question is...
全てじい様に当てたメッセージってことじゃないのか。
Yeah, how so, I wonder. In other words, these murders were a threat made against grandfather. If he didn't tell the culprit where the gold was, his family members would be killed off one by one. Oh, now that is interesting. No, but at the same time, we need to look at the, you know, beforehand, Kinzo's point of view. It's really quite good we've got this because it lets us completely deny this conclusion because of the fact that, you know, we've seen that, you know, just for seeing Beatrice's smile again, he would literally kill his entire family. He doesn't care about them whatsoever. What if we weren't the only ones being forced to solve this riddle? Yeah. What if grandfather was too? Oh, that's interesting. Now, that would actually explain why he is so intense in his study. And he is so consumed by what he does. I don't know, though. I don't really see how black... Well, black magic probably would have some relevance to the riddle. I don't know what, though. It's impossible to tell. If you think about it that way, it explains grandfather's mysterious disappearance. If the culprit has already attacked grandfather, then judging by the state the 6 corpses were left in, he should have been left on display somewhere with that horrible makeup added. Yeah, but despite that, we still haven't found him. Yeah, it is odd that, yeah, so does that mean grandfather has been kidnapped and is being held somewhere? Where, though? And how could nobody have seen it? That's what doesn't make sense. How could...
まさかそんな
You aren't saying, how could... Oh, I love that Natsuki just can't bear anything that hurts the family pride. I mean, my god. She is a Karen, holy shit. Well, she can be. But to be fair, she's not a Karen. She is very modest and she doesn't lose her complete... She's not a control freak, but at the same time, she is a little bit overbearing. Yeah, it is weird. Sounds interesting. No, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that could potentially be the case. But at the same time, I just don't really...
つまり、お父様はどこかに監禁されていて、
Yeah, I think that bit doesn't really sound right. So grandfather's being confined
黄
somewhere.
金のありかを話さないと次々に殺人を繰り返すぞと脅されているわけ。
Yeah, I think you can definitely tell by her reaction just how ridiculous she finds this, and obviously how contrary to, you know, what her thoughts are. This is yeah, so grandfather's being confined somewhere, and the culprit's saying will be killed off one by one if he doesn't tell them where the gold is.
その話のどこが面白いのか理解に苦しみます。
I mean, fair enough, but at the same time, the thing is about Natsuki, she actually cares about Kinzo. I kind of get the impression of. I get the impression that she values him, where I don't really think Eva does. Oh my god. Aunt Natsuki glared at her, but Aunt Eva just smiled calmly. Oh.
この時間になっても姿を現さない以上、おじい様が事件に巻き込まれているのはほぼ間違いないと思います。
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, it's just really quite odd that he has totally disappeared. Since we still haven't seen him after all this time, I think it's almost certain that grandfather's gotten caught in nothing.
それを思えば、 バトラ君の仮説も無視することはでき
No,
ない
you
んじゃ
can't.
ないで
It's
すか。
perfectly valid. Perfectly valid. If you think about it, you can't just ignore Batarakun's theory,
ジョー
right?
ジは黙ってなさい。
Jesus, be quiet,
そ
George.
もそもお父様っていついなくなったのかしら。
In the first place, when did Father actually disappear? Yeah, do they even know he's disappeared as well? Hmm.
最後にお父さんの姿を見たのは誰や？
Who was the last person to see Father? Yeah, God, I find it really quite funny that she just, you know, so casually tells, you know, her son to shut up. It's only for the adults, not the person that is a young adult.
多分私でしょう。
Oh no, I really hope that Eva doesn't latch onto this. It was
今
probably
朝
me.
主人たちの姿が見えないと騒ぎになった時、お父様の書斎にいるかもし
Oh
れな
yeah,
い
yeah,
という
yeah,
話
yeah,
に
yeah,
な
of
り、
course. Yeah. This morning when we didn't know where my husband and the rest were, we discussed the possibility of them being in
私がお
Father's
部屋に
study.
お伺いして、そこでご挨拶をしました。
And I went to check his room and greeted him there.
そういえば、書斎の鍵をずっと借りっぱなしですね。
Oh yeah. Damn. Actually kind of surprises me. Come to think of it, I've been holding the key to his study this whole time, haven't I?
源氏、これは返しておきます。
Gingy, let me return this to you. I'm impressed that she still has it. I would have thought that maybe something could have happened that would have made her, I don't know, somehow lose it. Oh, Natsuki pulled out the gold key and handed it to Genji. Looking at the key, Aunt Eva giggled.
ねえ、源氏さん。
Hey, Genji-san.
どうせ警察はお父様の部屋も徹底的
Oh,
に
oh
捜査す
yeah,
ると思
definitely,
う
yeah.
わ。
I'm sure the police will expect father's room
何
thoroughly.
を隠していてもどうせ暴かれちゃう。
Yeah, fair. But at the same time, is there anything hidden in there? That's the better question. If there's anything hidden in there, it would just
だ
be
ったら
exposed
ちょっ
anyway.
と早く今この場で話してくれてもいいんじゃないかしら。
Oh, that is interesting. So she actually feels as if Genji is maybe hiding something really quite severe. So maybe it'd be better if you just told us about it right here, right now.
何のお話でしょう。
What are you talking about? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
シンプルな話よ。
It's simple.
お父様の書斎はその鍵がなければ
Yeah, yeah,
外から
definitely,
入ることができない密室よ。
Father's study is a closed room with no way in or out except for that key, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. その定義の確認をしたいの。
Oh, that's a really interesting way of viewing it. Fair enough, actually. Yeah, because that could definitely give key information into how the murder potentially happened. I want to verify whether
お
that's
父
true.
様の部屋には入り口が一つある。
There is one entrance to Father's
あと
study.
は窓？
What about the window?
他に出入り口は？
That is actually a really quite good question. But at the same time, I think if you were... Because obviously his study is really quite high in terms of... well, just in terms of height in the mansion, really. So I'm thinking that, you know, it's going to be really quite hard to climb up without being seen. But at the same time, I don't know. How else could you do it? Any other entrances or exits?
ありません。
There are none.
中に入るには入り口しかありません。
Yeah, so that definitely narrows it down towards the fact that nobody could have actually got into a study. But we know that Natsuki didn't do it, so it's obviously got to be somebody
間
who's
違いなくね。
somehow got in his study. Or maybe he's actually, I don't know, walked out of his own intuition. But at the same time, how was he not seen? Because from my impression of him, he was a really quite, you know, he's almost dying. How is he going to walk in a fast and discreet enough manner so that nobody sees him? It doesn't really make much sense. You sure about that?
秘密の隠し扉なんかがあったりはしないの
Yeah,
ね。
there isn't some secret hidden door or anything.
お父様が不在である以上、 後ろ宮家の最高序列者は私よ。
Oh yeah, of course she's using her status. But it is fair. Since father isn't here, I'm the highest ranked member of the
その
Ushinomiya
後ろ
family.
宮家の当主代行として聞いているの。
God, I'm asking you as a representative of the Ushinomiya family
それを
head.
理解した上で答えなさい。
Remember that when you
あの
answered
部
me.
屋には入り口以外に他に出入り口は？
Now, I kind of get the impression that he's just still going to have the same answer.
お父様の最高の側近だったあなたは知っているはずよ。
Yeah, he would, of course. As father's closest aide, I'm sure you'd know. Natsuki looked a little offended about the part about the highest ranked family member. Oh yeah, that's understandable actually, because in theory she should be. Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah, but she kept her mouth... Well, no, of course she can't be. She's, you know, she doesn't bear that she normally have family crest. But yeah, fair. But she kept her mouth closed for the time being and waited for Genji's answer. I couldn't help but feel a little uncomfortable. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, it is interesting that I think she's just so convinced that somebody has potentially done something with, you know, the grandfather. And also because she wants her inheritance, but yeah, let's not think about that. What's he going on and on about hidden doors?
カノン君も熊沢さんも知ってるなら教えてくれない？
God. You too, Kanon-kun, Kumasawa-san. If you know, won't you tell me?
あるならあるって言ってくれた方がいいの。
She is just so... I mean, to be fair, she isn't rude. She isn't really overbearing. She's really rational, but at the same time, she just... Like, for example, here's a technique, like, getting as many people involved in the conflict as possible. Yeah, just really not the most pleasant person whatsoever. Definitely not somebody I would want to meet, especially get in a fight with, holy fuck. If you know, you won't tell... When you tell me, if there is one, it'd be better if you said so.
じゃないと今からある人がとても追い詰められることになるわよ。
Otherwise, a certain person might be driven into a corner in
隠
a
し
second.
扉があると仮定されたら私の話は全て水の泡。
I just love how much, you know, Eva sounds as if she's enjoying stuff like this. Like, genuinely. If we assume that there is a hidden door, then my argument comes to nothing. Aunt Eva didn't specify which person was about to be driven into a corner. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but following the flow of the conversation, I had to feel that she was referring to Aunt Nazi. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but if there isn't a hidden door, then Natsuki's the person that did it, obviously.
母さん、何の話？
Mother, what are you talking about?
ジョージは少し黙ってなさい。
God! Jill, stay quiet for a
ど
bit.
うなの？
What do you say?
源氏さん、
What do you say, Genji-san?
カノン君、
Kanon-kun.
そして熊沢さん。
Or Kumasawa-san?
隠し扉はあるの？
Is there a hidden door?
ないの？
Or not?
源氏さんはお父様が書斎を改造した時、施工業者の監督をしていたはず。
God, I didn't realize he actually did that. Genji, when you remodeled Father's study, you must have overseen the construction.
知らないとは言わせないわよ。
But at the same time, what is it? Well, of course he wouldn't know, but at the same time, maybe there isn't.
そのようなものは親方さんの書斎にはありません。
That is interesting. He's either being a really faithful servant and keeping hidden information confidential, or that is genuine. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the latter, though.
間違いなく
You're sure?
片翼のわしを許されたカノン君。
God. What about Kanon-kun? One who's allowed to wear the one-winged eagle?
はい、
That's right.
間違いなく
I'm sure.
親方様の書斎に隠し扉などありません。
Interesting. There was no such hidden door in the master's study.
熊沢さんは
Kumasawa-san? I wonder if she's going to.
いえ、私も聞いたことがありませんよ。
お父様と親交の深い南條先生は
Yeah. God, she really is desperate just to, you know, get an answer to her question. But it's not a bad thing, that, to be honest. But at the same time, my God, she's asking every single person. What about Dr. Nanjo? You had a close relationship with father.
私もそんなものは 聞いたことがありま
Yeah,
せん
yeah,
か
definitely. Nobody has heard of anything. There is no hidden exit, no matter how hard she tries to dig. I've never heard of something like that.
結構
Very well done. Yep, now it's Natsuhi's
Jai.
fault. So are you ready?
話を始めるわよ。
Let me begin.
とってもシンプルな話なの。
It's very simple. Oh no. Everybody tilted their head doubtfully, wondering what Aunt Eva was starting to talk about so proudly. Yeah, she thinks she's figured it out, but she hasn't whatsoever. No way. Aunt Eva laughed triumphantly, as though she were about to reveal a secret only she... Yeah, that really doesn't surprise me, because now Natsuhi is the one that looks the worst. Oh, God.
お父様を最後に目撃したのは
Yeah.
夏日姉さんよね。
Natsuhi-san was the last person to spot father, right?
詳しい時間は忘れちゃったけど、今朝の9時前くらいのことだと思ったわ。
I forgot the exact time, but I think it was a little before 9 in the morning.
姉さん、覚えてる？
Nesan, do you remember?
私、あなたがお父様の書斎からちょうど出てくるところに出くわしたわよね。
Ran into you just as you were coming out of father's study, right?
ええ、覚えています。
Yeah, her expression is accurate. Yes, I remember.
それが何だというのですか？
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
そして次に姉さんがお父様の書斎を訪
Actually,
れ
that's,
た
I
の
wouldn't
は
have thought. And when was the next time you went to visit father's
兄さん
study?
たちの遺体が見つかってからよね。
Oh, yeah. That was after we found the bodies of Nisan and the rest, right?
それを報告しに書斎に上がり、そこで私と一緒
Oh,
に
yeah,
不
yeah,
在
of
を
course,
確認したわ。
Yeah, together with me. You went up to the study to report that, and we discovered that he wasn't there. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I
と
mean,
ころで姉さん、
by the way, Nisan,
その時お父様の書斎に入ろうとして気づいたことはなかったかしら？
At that time, when you went to enter father's study, did you notice anything?
気づいたこ
Notice anything?
と？何のことですか？
What are you talking about?
ほら、
Come on.
ゴミを拾ったでしょ。
You picked up some trash, right?
畳んだレシートを。
What? What? Hang on a second, that's actually really quite interesting. I wonder what this could have been.
確かにそんなゴミを拾った気がします。
I do seem to remember picking up some
それ
trash.
が何か？
How's that relevant? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if it is just a little bit of rubbish that was on the floor of, the grandfather's room, then I don't really see how that's relevant either. I mean, it could literally be anything, but at the same time, it could be something really, really significant. It's hard to tell, though.
"そのレシートは私が飛行場に着く前に寄った売店で飴玉を買った時にもらったものよ。
What? Okay, hang on a second. Ridiculous theory right here. The candy has been eaten by Maria, because who else would have candy? Let's be honest, they're all too old. Well, maybe Jessica and Butler, to be fair. But I don't really think anyone else would. But still. That gives me the impression that maybe Maria could have actually been in there. But at the same time, why the fuck would that even be possible? What the hell? I got that receipt when I bought some candy at a store before arriving at the airport. Aunt Eva pulled a small bag of candy out of her handbag.
あ
What?
あ、あの時に買った飴のレシート。
Oh, the receipt from the candy you brought back
でも
here.
母さん、
You brought back
そ
here.
のレ
Even.
シートの話が何と関係ある？
Yeah, why is it? Firstly, Eva's never even been in the study, so why was it there? Yeah, but mother, what does that receipt have to do with anything?
ジョージ、もうちょい黙って聞いとってや。
God, even Hideyoshi's doing it. George, just stay quiet and listen for a bit longer. Uncle Hideyoshi's expression was a little strict. Yeah, I know, he sounds a lot more strict than normal. Apparently, he understood what Aunt Eva was getting at.
本当にこれは気まぐれよ。
It really was just a
何
whim.
かを予見してたとか、
I definitely didn't foresee
ま
anything.
してや夏日姉さんを罠にかけようとか、そんなのじゃ断じてないんだから。
I tried to set up a trap for Natsuhi-san or anything like that.
実
What?
はね、そのレシート、
Actually, about the receipt.
姉さんがお父様と最後に会って出てきて、そこで私と会ったでしょ。
Nissan, you remember bumping into me right after the last time you saw father, right?
その時書斎の扉に私が挟み込んだものなのよ。
Interesting. Yeah, Kinzo definitely doesn't sound like the type of person who would have, you know, trash in his room. Yeah, that is interesting. So,
ってことは
yeah, so what does that
どうい
mean?
うことですか？つまり夏日おばさんがそのレシートを拾うまで誰もドアを開けていない。
Ah. Are you saying nobody opened the door until Natty? Oh, Natty, you picked up that receipt.
ちょっと待ってよエヴァおばさん。
Wait a second, Aunt Eva.
レシート挟むなんてバレバレだって。
Putting a receipt in would be obvious.
じいさまが外出した時に気づいて面白がってもう一回挟み直した
Why
可
would
能
you do
性
that,
も。
like? Why would somebody why would a perfectionist as much as, you know, Kinzo? What is this sound? Oh, it's just really, really strong rain. Right. Yeah, that is weird. Wedding your receipt would be obvious. It's possible that when grandfather opened the door, he noticed it, found it amusing and stuck it back in the door. But at the same time, so grandfather's left, obviously he hasn't died. Maybe, I don't know, he's drank something that has made him... I don't fucking know. It's just, you can't think of anything that doesn't sound totally ridiculous. That's so weird though, genuinely. How? So obviously we know that Natsuhi didn't do it. We literally saw what happened with Natsuhi. And yet the thing is with Eva is she's actually lodged a receipt in the cover. Well, I'm assuming like in the bit between the door and the wall. And yeah, she tried to see who, well, when it falls out, who I suppose comes back with the rubbish, and that's Natsuhi. Yeah, so as a result, nobody has actually gone in until Natsuhi has gone in. So it obviously really looks like she's the murderer. That's so bad. That really is bad news for her. God. Jessica hurriedly argued back. She still didn't really know what this all meant, but she realised that wherever it was, it would all... Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, that must be so stressful. Yeah, whatever it was. It would raise suspicions about her own mother. Yeah.
もちろんバレないようにレシートは小さく折りたたんだわ。
Yeah, that's bad. No, because you can't possibly argue against that. Yeah, of course, I folded the receipt up very small so that nobody could notice it.
レシートが落ちるところを仮に見たとしても、扉のどこの高さの部分に挟み込んであったかは正確には分かんないんじゃない？
But even if you assume that he saw it fall, he would have no way of knowing how high up the door it had been stuck, right?
私は夏日姉さんが鍵を取り出している間に確認したわ。
I checked it while Natsuhi and Nissan was taking the key out.
レシートが挟み込まれた位置は寸分の1ミリの違いもなく私が挟んだ場所だった。
Jesus fucking Christ. She is hostile. Yeah, the receipt was still stuck, not 1 millimeter away from where I put it. Yeah, that is so bad for Natsuhi, because the thing is, it looks as if she has done it. There is nothing that would point away from her, you know, innocence, really. Everything points to her in terms of guilt. Fuck. God, that's bad. Yeah, so it didn't move whatsoever, so as a result, Ginzo had never done anything with the receipt. Yeah, that's... Oh, God.
なぜそんな子供じみたいたずらをされるのか理解できません。
Well, I mean, it's not childish, it's to potentially expose a murderer. I mean, to be fair, even though I trust Natsuhi, because obviously we've seen what's actually happened, what would she have in terms of motive for murdering Eva? But, yeah, why would she do it as well was another question, and also, we've literally seen what's happened when she actually went in the study, but everything points to her, though. That's the really bad thing. I can't understand why you would put such a childish prank.
私の部屋の扉にいたずらをしたのもあなたでしょう。
Oh, yeah! Oh, I really wonder if she's actually going to be able to get a key piece of evidence here, because I kind of get the impression that this may save her. I don't know, though. I'll bet you were the one who did that prank on the door to my room, too. The door to your room?
不愉快な話だったので話しませんでしたが。
I really, really hope that Genji mentions what he needs to do now. It was unpleasant to talk about, so I never
今朝目
mentioned
が
it.
覚めたら扉の外側にあのシャッターの落書きと同じと思われる赤い塗料でいたずらがされていたのです。
Yeah, interesting that. It was the same red paint. It was unpleasant to talk about, so I never mentioned it, but when I woke up this morning, there were the signs of some prank on the outside of my door, which is probably the same red paint that was scribbled across the shutter. Yeah, exactly.
気持ちの悪い跡で。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. There were some unpleasant marks as though somebody had been tearing at the door.
なんやその話。
Wait, what's this?
なんで今まで黙っとったんや。
Well, because it was unpleasant to talk about, but at the same time, I don't really... I mean, it's very important. They've had all of that discussion about the 7th circle of the sun, and yet... How sibilant is that, my god? 7th circle of the sun.
申し訳ありません。
My apologies. Yeah, I mean, I don't really blame her for being so quiet, though, because it is disgusting in her view, so, yeah.
立て続けにいろいろと恐ろしいことが起こったため、今の今まで失明していました。
Fair. Since many horrible things have occurred since then, I had completely forgotten about it until this moment. Yeah. Well, you don't, because it was cleaned by Genji. I don't know anything about that.
私がしてるのは姉さんの部屋じゃなくて、お父様の部屋の扉の話よ。
Yeah, but exactly. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, why, if she was the culprit, would somebody else be, you know, for example, painting red circles of the suns? If there was only one culprit, then why is somebody going to be... well, they could be in cahoots, to be fair. But at the same time, I don't get why they would make it... They would, you know, potentially... Let's say they were in cahoots. Why would they put, like, a really, really obvious sign that they are? I don't know anything about that. I'm not talking about your door, but the door to father's room, right?
お父様がいるのを確認してから、私と一緒に不在を確認するまで。
Yeah, that is really, really weird, though. It is.
あの扉は一度も開かれてないのよ。
It's a very clever move that she's done. She definitely sounds like a clever sort. Between the time you confirmed that he was in his room and the time we confirmed that he wasn't, the door wasn't even open once. I know. That is a really weird question. Because Natsuki never killed him. How did father get out if he didn't use that door?
そんなことは知りません。
I don't know that.
私が知りたいくらいです。
Yeah, exactly.
夏日姉さんの他にお父さんの在室を
Yeah, but
確
at the
認した
same
のは
time.
誰や。
Like, how the fuck is she going to deny this? Natsuki-san, other than you, who has checked to see whether father was in his room?
ゆうべ金蔵さんとチェスをしたのが
Oh yeah, of course they were playing chess. Last night, the last time we met Kinzo-san was when we were playing
夕
chess.
食の直前までご一緒だったはずです
So I was with him until just before dinner.
それより後の時間は誰かおらんのか。
We saw him after that.
私です
Yeah, I really hope that he shed some light on this.
昨夜の晩餐のお世話をしております
Yeah, I gave him his dinner last night.
はい、
Yes.
僕とシャノンも一緒でした。
Shannon and I were with him. Yeah. What's really bad about this is it all points to Natsuhi. The times of death would actually add up to make sense at a time that, you know, nobody would be up and you could, in theory, commit murder in. But at the same time, Natsuhi wouldn't do that. She literally had a bad headache, was overwhelmed by, you know, the horrors of, especially Kraus. You know, her really horrible betrayal of Kraus.
ここまでは間違いなくお父さんも部屋にいたやろな。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So at that time, father was still definitely in his room.
だがな、夏日姉さん、
However, Natsuki in
不
this...
在だった書斎は窓も扉も全て閉め切られた状態だったそうやないか。
Yeah, definitely. When you found out he wasn't there, it looks like all ways in or out of the study were closed,
な
right?
のに夏日さんが今
I
朝
know.
お父さんに会って話をした言うと。
But yeah, she did, yeah. But even so, you said you met with him this morning.
私には皆さんが何を険悪になっているのか
Well,
分か
fair
りま
enough,
せ
but
ん
at the same time, they, for example, Eva is definitely convinced that, you know, she's found a potential, you know, prime suspect for the crime. I don't understand why everyone has become so
どなた
gloomy.
か説明してくださいますかな
Could somebody please explain it to me?
父さんと母さんは
Father or mother?
夏日おばさんが今朝おじい様に会ったというのは
Are you saying that what Natsuki says about meeting grandfather this morning?
嘘だと言っているのかい
It wasn't though. She literally did see him to talk about it. Wait, no, hang on a second. I'm really kind of confused now. Hmm.
嘘なんかつくもんかよ。母さんは潔白だぜ。
Yeah, like how would she lie about that? Mum's guiltless.
なんで嘘なんかつくんだよ。
Why would she lie?
ジェ
Yeah,
シカ
Jessica.
言葉遣いを直しなさいといつも言っています。
God, she's literally standing up for you. I mean, come on. That's impossible. All at once, the whole room, yeah, was in an uproar. Aunt Eva and Aunt Natsuki confronted each other across the parlor. Oh, God. Oh, God, with George confronting Jessica. What the heck's going on? Yeah, fair.
複数の人間の目撃があるのは昨晩までよ。
Many people spotted him last night,
で
right?
も今朝以降、お父様の姿を見た
But yeah,
と
that is
称
true.
するのは夏日姉さんただ
Wait, let me just fully check because yeah, if I remember, I'm just kind of getting the events, the order of events mixed up a little bit. So I'm assuming that this one is the event where Natsuhi, it should be this one. Yeah, where she's given right to the Ushinomiya family really, and Kinzo just talks to her about how worthy she is really and how brilliant she is. And obviously, yeah, Natsuhi asks Kinzo to join, I think it's breakfast. I just want to, you know, get a little bit of extra info so that I know what I'm saying is 100% correct. Ugh, that's the worst fucking water I think I've ever tasted. Jesus Christ. Ugh. That was disgusting. Oh, wrong part. It can't be part 9 that we looked at this in. Yeah, so I can either have some water that tasted like it's just come out of the sea, or I can have no water. Right, that's fun. No, so this is the one where Mario is totally dodgy. Maybe it's just part 7. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. George confesses to Shannon. They discover the bodies. I wish Abide Mux wouldn't be taking fucking forever to find out. But yeah, I just want to. Please, I don't have all day. I really don't have all day, motherfucker. Please, just. It's at 94%. I am going mad right now. Okay. What? Where was it? Oh my god, it's not part 7. Oh, I'm just looking at my videos again just to see which place it is actually in. I can't be asked. Where was it? Because obviously I remember it well. But at the same time... Where was this? No, I swear to god, which episode did I actually read this in? Part 8, maybe I haven't checked that one.
そして私の挟んだレシートが物語る
Yeah, but that is weird. The fact about the receipt, it totally looks as if Natty is the person that's done it because of that. I mean, that is just... That's just like saying, I don't know, for example, somebody littered and then their fingerprints are on what they've actually littered. Like, it's just proper evidence. irrefutable evidence. Well, I can't actually seem to find the time Natsuhi was talking with Ginzo. But yeah, I've basically got the idea of the plot. I don't know what the point of that was, honestly. I don't know why I did that. God, this is really difficult though, because all the conversations, in the end, they just lead to total arguments-related situations. God, even George confronting Jessica, that's really quite surprising. Oh God, so how can we connect these points together? Oh God, aren't ever urged everyone to imagine it. Sure, that receipt could become an important point. I agree, yeah, but I don't know which other points did yeah, to tie it to, or how, exactly, yeah. If we try searching for the answer Aunt Eva probably wants. Exactly, yeah, we'll find that Aunt Nata lied and acted as though grandfather was in the room this morning. Yeah, true, actually. So maybe Aunt Nata could have potentially lied about the time she's killed him. Maybe, for example, it could have been the time where, I don't know, they were in, well, Aunt Nata by herself was in the study last. Had that fact been exposed by a woman of Aunt Eva's? Yeah. I don't get it at all. Why would Mum have to lie? She didn't, though! Yeah, she didn't have, she had no reason to, right? Yeah. God, this is so unpleasant. Like, you know it's unpleasant when you even have people like Jessica, you know, really immersed in the conflict. Yeah, it is sad. It really is sad that these people can't just get along, but there just has to be something, doesn't there? But this is a time of stress, of course it would be like that. But what I'm trying to say is it's sad that it's always like this. Did she lie though? That's what I want to know. But Jessica-chan. No, but the only thing is she is taking a really objective standpoint. Even though she obviously wants Natsuhi incriminated because she fucking hates her, which is a little bit sad, let's be honest. You want somebody to... Well, I can't really tell if it's... I think obviously she wants to find out who's actually done these, but now she really wants to use her personal grudge to Natsuhi as much of a weapon as possible, really. That's what I want to know. But Jessica-chan, you can't be sure that she had no reason to lie and say the grandfather was in the room. Exactly, I agree. After all, you see it in mystery novels every now and then. Yeah, Higurashi. That's just the first thing I can think of, obviously, with... yeah, ironically, Takano. What are you talking about? I've never heard of that. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. At the same time, I don't know, it's really hard to tell. I think it's more likely he hasn't, to be honest, just because of the potential Beatrice-related mystery. If Beatrice exists, he hasn't. If she doesn't, then she has. But at the same time, why kill him? It just really doesn't make sense. I suppose the threat was, if we're looking at Battler's logic, we're looking at the fact that somebody was trying to get the gold so that they could steal it for themselves, and yeah, they were obviously threatening the father by killing family members one by one, and when the father was actually confronted, forcing you know, being forced to give up what he really held dear, in other words, his gold. Yeah, he didn't really take to that well, and as a result he died and was stored somewhere. Where? Who knows?
となれば必ず近いうちに死体は見つかる。
If that's true, there's no doubt. Then there's no doubt we'll find his corpse soon. Yeah, understandable actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
死亡時刻をうまく偽ることができれば、夏日姉さんはアリバイを作ることができるのよ。
Yeah, no, I do find it really quite funny. If he has actually died, then I think it's probably going to... It's going to support one Natsuhi, he says. If at that point the time of death could be cleverly faked, Natsuhi Nesan will be able to create an alibi.
わかる？
Yeah. God, do you understand? Everyone? She's totally trying to convince everybody. She really is. I mean... This morning when Aunt Natsuhi confirmed that grandfather was there, she lied. And he was already dead at that time. I know! It just really doesn't seem likely whatsoever. And then she moved the body to some other location and tampered with it so that when we find it, we'll think he was just killed a second ago. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, that would make it possible for her to create an alibi, even by just staying with the rest of us. Yeah, because if you move the body when nobody else is around and no person has possibility of, well, no person has possibility of exposing her, of course, she will. Yeah, and then she could say, I heard someone screaming. Oh yeah, understandable, the person who's actually discovered the body. Yeah, and she can be the first one to discover the murder, obviously. Dash over there and become the first to find the body along with everyone else. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Is this one on ever saying? No, but the only thing that's really quite bad, I think if I knew nothing about Natsuhi whatsoever, I would believe this, because it's so obvious it points to her. Ridiculous. But yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, it's not as if that's going to be what's real all the time. I mean, even though they obviously do have a little bit of a... They may have a little bit of an influence in finding the truth, but at the same time, it definitely doesn't apply to real situations. After all, detective novels are merely books for the purpose of entertainment. Oh yeah, funny that. Maybe that's why she's enjoying this so much. It probably is. You can only think of such an indiscreet idea because you read them all the time. Oh, yeah, fair enough, actually. But to be fair, anybody could, but, yeah, maybe FR more so because of that, who knows? I don't really think so, though. That's right. Yeah, Jessica really is trying to side with her, which is fair. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, I agree. Even if she did try to fake the time of death a little, all that would be blown away in an instant once the police did their autopsy. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. There might have worked in the past, but do you really think that kind of trick would work in modern Japan? Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're going to, you know, go into the study, totally lie about it, kill them, move their body, and then lie about the autopsy, then it's just going to... when your lie becomes exposed, it's just going to be so obvious. I mean, all of this already points to Natsuhi already, which is really quite sad, but yeah, it would be even more obvious if it was the case.
Definitely.
しいぜ。
Doesn't make sense. Easily, I agree.
そうかしら。
You think so?
今朝南條先生が亡くなった人たちの死体を見て死亡時刻を曖昧に見積もられたわよ。
This morning, when Dr. Nanjo looked at the corpses, he was only able to give a vague estimate of the time of death.
検視結果
Yeah,
は
fair enough.
環境や個体差に非常に左右されやすい。
Autopsy results are very easily affected by the environment and individual
数
differences.
時間単位で誤差の出る非常にアバウトなものなのよ。
Oh, yeah, interesting. So you could use that uncertainty to your advantage. I get what she's saying. It's a very relative estimate with an uncertainty of several hours.
しかも困ったことに警察の科学的な捜査は
Oh,
明日
yeah,
に
of
な
course.
ら
If
な
you-
いとできない。
I really do wonder if maybe, I don't know, maybe you could put a body out in, for example, a forest with loads of decomposers, or, I don't know, near a really rainy environment, maybe that would impact it. But at the same time, I would have thought that, to do an autopsy, they'd probably identify, like, when the rigor mortis actually happened. I don't know how, but that's just what I'm assuming an autopsy would actually be, so that wouldn't really change much whatsoever. What can make an autopsy inaccurate? No, it doesn't look like I can find anything. It's quite a shame. Yeah,
そこまで
definitely.
の
Yeah.
正確な死亡時刻を測ることなんてジェシカちゃんの言う現代日本でもそうそう簡単なことじゃないのよ。ねえ南條先生。
I just so hope that she disproves. That she gets disproved here. No, but at the same time, it's really quite poisonous, this, because obviously when she asks Nanjo, what choice is he gonna have but to say yes? I mean, my god, I couldn't imagine what would happen if he denied it and then you got Eva on your case. That's not something that anybody would want. It's so concerning how much this actually looks bad to Natsuhi though.
検視は経験と勘の必要な
Oh yeah,
非常に難しい作業です。
Examining a corpse is an extremely difficult task that requires both experience and
ご
instinct.
心率も非常に高いと聞いております。
Oh, yeah. No, but at the same time, that means that, you know, Natsuhi would be preying on the fact that the environment would actually cause a mistaken diagnosis. Like, I think that's just ridiculous. If you're going to murder somebody, then why would you prey on the possibility of the diagnosis going wrong? That's just
ほんの数時間程度の誤差を出してしまうことは大いにあり得るでしょう。
yeah, that is bad because it totally supports it.
しかしアリバイの世界は数時間もあれば十分や。
Yeah, definitely. However, for an alibi,
古
that's
典のトリッ
than
クと
enough.
ちゃう。
It's an old trick.
十分に通用するトリックなんや。
Yeah, it does work. It does work. And if Natsuhi was actually the murderer, then this autopsy could potentially, I don't know, for example, prove the theory she was actually saying. It's a trick that works well
夏日姉
enough.
さん、
Natsuhi-san.
わしらあんたを疑いたいわけやない。
I love that he says that. I mean, I think what's been said is a little bit contradictory of that. Natsuhi-san, it's not like we want to
疑い
suspect
と
you,
な
okay?
いから潔白を示してほしいだけなんや。
I mean, she is innocent, but at the same time, there is no way she can possibly prove it. We just want you to prove your innocence so we don't have to suspect you.
何の潔白を示せというのですか。
Why does she hold her gun here? Oh god. What is this innocence you want me to
今
prove?
朝私も確かにお父様にお会いしました。
Yeah, no, exactly. I remember it. This morning I definitely met my
そして
father.
心の中に片翼のわしを刻む言葉をいただいて。
Exactly! I wonder what they're going to say to that, and he told me to keep the one-winged eagle engraved in my heart. Yeah, I'm actually really quite surprised she shared that much, but at the same time, that is one of the biggest things, you know, one of the most meaningful things that has ever been said to her. So to deny that is awful, absolutely awful. But I suppose this is what they are doing, they are denying everything that was happening there because they don't know about it, simply. I will certainly not permit that. Yeah, exactly. I will not let you. Oh god, I feel so bad. I mean, you can just tell in her voice how not only stressed but how weak and how upset she sounds. God. Oh god, or maybe father's body won't appear anywhere. Normally, a person has to be missing for 7 years before they're officially. God damn. I'm surprised it's so much time.
わずかなお父様を7年も延命し、その財産を独占するにはなんともうまいやり方じゃない。
Oh god, wouldn't that be a clever way to extend father's nearly finished life? Another 7 years and all of his wealth for yourself. Oh shh. What the f... Okay! There were some images I was expecting to see here, but this? Jesus Christ! I cannot let you get away with saying that. Can't let you get away with saying anymore. I am Ushiromi Anatsuhi. Yeah, and you have a gun in your hand, that is a little bit dangerous. God damn! Yeah. Although I do not have the right to wear the one-winged eagle on my body, it is certainly engraved on my heart. Yeah. No, but at the same time, the really quite bad thing about this, it doesn't matter. She is accusing you of murder. Forget your pride. Genuinely forget everything that has been said. Forget all the personal nature of this. I'm really surprised that she's actually focusing on how bad of it, how indecent it is for, you know, Eva to deny everything that actually happened today, as opposed to proving her innocence. What do you think you're saying to the wife? Saying to the wife of Kraus, successor to the head of, and the one who will act as such in his place? Nani? Oh god! God, this is a total contrast. Holy fuck, what's this? Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, but she's obviously not going to do it. She's just provoking her. Jesus fucking Christ, her face. She is truly horrible. To be fair, the thing is about Eva and Natsuki, I mean, my god, this is just really such a contradictory image right here. It's so good. No, she's desperate because, I mean, she is actually kind of desperate, to be fair, but at the same time, it's reasonable because she's being accused of something with valid evidence as well. It's not just a baseless accusation, but yeah, about something she didn't do whatsoever. I don't think she did it, by the way. I think that's, you can obviously tell. I think it is way, way out of her league to be able to murder like that, really. Like, she would never do it, especially after the conversation that happened this morning. Like, why would it happen? It's just so stupid to even think it would. If you know as much as we do, obviously, they don't know what actually happened. Oh, God. Not a very good example for Maria and all the kids. I hate when people do stuff like this so much. Dude, just try to obscure the truth with violence. No, oh my god, I feel so bad. She is getting really, really bullied here. It wasn't like Aunt Natsuki had actually been holding the gun at the ready and threatening anyone. Yeah. But she was egged on by Aunt Eva. She did. Hold it at the Jesus fucking Christ. Unsurprisingly, once things got to this stage, Jessica and Genji-san tried to stop. Yeah, good one, good one. Oh my god. Yeah, madam, please calm yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree. Mum, you aren't lying. Yes, there's no reason for you to listen to this. Fair. Why don't you tell that to your wife? Calm down, Natsuki-san. All you've got to do is swear the father definitely was in this room. She's literally being accused of murdering somebody. And, you know, potentially being the person that could have been the helper of the 6 murders that happened last night. The person that has murdered the entirety of this family. I don't know why she is getting so worked up. This is horrible, it really is. Yeah, I mean, my god. That is correct. No, I agree. No, but at the same time, it's just how Eva's actually wording it, especially because of the fact that... Yeah, Natsuki-san isn't lying. Shouldn't that be the end of it? Yeah.
だから説明してほしいのよ。
Then I want you to explain.
お父様がどうやって部屋からいなくなったのか。
That's the worst thing though, she doesn't know. How did father manage to disappear from that room?
窓は内側からしっかり閉じられていた。
Yeah, that's even worse. The window was closed tight from the inside.
扉も同じよ。
Yeah, the same was true for the door, right?
今朝夏日姉さんが間違いなくお父様に会ったというなら。
This morning, if you really met with father.
夏日姉さんには開かぬ扉の密室からいかにして
Oh my
お
God,
父
I
様が
know.
部屋からいなくなったかを説明してもらわなくちゃ。
Then you must explain how father disappeared from this unopenable... Yeah, unopenable door closed room scenario.
姉さんが嘘つきってこと
Or
に
it's just...
やっぱりなっちゃうものね。
Oh, Jesus. I hate how she treats her. Holy fuck. I mean, my god, you can just so tell in her voice. You know, it's such a bullying, mocking, and it's just kind of as if she's a total bully and she's really, really just... Like she's trying to catch her prey at this point. I mean, my god. No, but at the same time, she genuinely believes the fact that, you know, Nate has potentially done it, because obviously everything points to her. Why wouldn't she? She does genuinely believe it, so... Yeah, obviously she is going to be... I mean, I think all of this would be fine if she was actually the killer, but at the same time... Yeah. The fact that she isn't just makes this 10 times worse. Genuinely. Oh, God. Oh, God. I mean, obviously, Natsuhi's not going to shoot the gun, but she does have it at the ready, obviously, from her sprite. I mean...
反論したいならぜひしなさいな。
She really, really should. No, the only thing that's really impossible about this is nothing's actually happening here. They're just arguing. They are just having conflict. They're not solving anything. This is going absolutely nowhere, and this is distracting them. This is wasting valuable time.
そうね。今すぐこの場で釈明をしてみなさい。
Exactly. You try and explain it then. No, not you. That's like saying, for example, Battler, try and explain everything that happened. You're obviously the suspect. That's right, try explaining it here, right now.
そうしたらあなたを疑ったことを謝ってあげてもいいわ。
If you do, I'll apologize for
あの
suspecting
書
you.
斎の密室からお父様はいかにして抜け出
She
したの
doesn't
か。
even know! How did father manage to get out from that closed room?
そんなこと
Oh, no.
説明もできませんし、不要です。
I mean, yeah, fair enough, because it's totally pointless to explain something you don't even know the answer to. I cannot explain, and there's nothing, and there's no need for me to do so. It looks so bad on her that, really?
なら私が説明してあげるわよ。
Then let me explain it.
私の立場も姉さんの立場も
Oh.
いいとこ取りのとても仲良しな説明なんだから。
Yeah, I don't really think that's going to go. Yeah, then let's take the best parts from my perspective and yours and come up with a more friendly explanation.
姉さんの言う 今朝の時点でお父様が在室していたことを信じてあげるわよ。
Yeah, I believe what you said about father still being in the room this morning.
次に扉が開かれた時にお父様はいなかった。
Holy shit, the music is loud. I'm so sorry. Wait, no, it isn't. It's just the voices, that's all. Oh my god, man. I mean... Yeah, I just feel bad for Natsuhi for having to endure this, honestly. I mean, it's so difficult. Because everything points to her. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't have any objections so far, right? I mean, yeah, understandable. I have no desire to hear anything more you have to say. God damn. Show your frivolous mouth. God. Oh, that's an interesting image. Yeah, my reasoning goes like this, okay?
扉から姉さんしか出入りしていないことは私が2回確認している。
Yeah, I can confirm that on both occasions you were the only one to go through that door. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
レシートもそれを立証している。
And it does, yeah, and the receipt proves
に
it.
もかかわらず、お父様を部屋から出すパズルの答えは？
Oh, God. It must be so hard not to completely lose your composure in a situation like this. So what's the answer to the puzzle of how far they left the room? I mean, the thing is, everything points to Natsuhi, but at the same time, she didn't do it whatsoever. The window. But how, if that's the case, did Natsuhi go out, get his body out unnoticed? I mean, even if it was midnight, why didn't one of the servants notice, for example? I mean, to be fair, she could have done it, but at the same time, it would just rely on chance. Pure chance. This music is really quite interesting. It sounds like something that... It sounds like some sort of French song with, obviously, the... I don't know, like the accordion-like sound. Sounds like a manga game track for Higurashi I heard once before. It's track 15, I think it is.
夏日姉さんはお父様を3階の書斎の窓から中庭に突き落としたのよ
Jesus fucking Christ! Is anybody gonna tell this woman to shut up? Like, or just stop being so ridiculously horrible? Natsuhi-san, you threw... Oh God, you threw father out of the 3rd story window of the study into the courtyard. Yeah. Madam, please endure it.
エヴァ様、どうかおやめくださいませ。
Yeah. Eva-sama, please stop this.
その後、中庭に転落して死んだお父様の遺体は
She will never stop, no. Even though... Yeah, but the only thing that's really bad about this, obviously, her accusation is false, but she has enough evidence and she has obviously the belief in herself that it is correct, so as a result, everything's correct to her. After that, when you left and said you were going to check the doors and windows...
夏日姉さんが屋敷内の戸締まりを確認すると言って出て行った時にどこかへ隠したのよ
I mean, it's such a valid evidence. That's the worst thing about all of this, which had fallen in the courtyard and hid it.
多分その時に死亡時刻を偽る工作もしたんでしょうね
That's probably when he took some measures to fake the time of death, right?
クラウス兄さんたちの事件もさらに昨夜のビアトリーチェの事件もひっくるめて
This ties in with the case regarding Kraus, Nissan and the rest, and also the case regarding Beatrice
ナ
last
ス
night.
さんが怪しい可能性が非常に高いっていうことだ
I don't even disagree. That's the worst thing. I mean, even though these people were being so horrible to Natsuhi, it's really understandable that they'd see her as a suspect. There's a really good reason there's a really good chance we've got reason to suspect Natsuhi. Yeah, normally I wouldn't want to say this. I know, even the nice people are turning against her because it's just such a valid reason to do so. I like this theme, it's groovy. Yeah. Oh shit. But now that it's out in the open, there's nothing else I can really do. Please, Natsuhi-san. Yeah! But at the same time, how is she going to do so? Please explain how you can be innocent. Maybe the subject of their conversation? I genuinely can't think of anything. It's impossible. Yeah, otherwise I can't help but suspect you. Why me? It's because she has the best evidence, and she is the only one with evidence pointing towards her. Oh god, why must I, Ushiromi and Natsuhi, be insulted like this? Now, if you were in some sort of... This is just weird. Why would you say... I don't think this is somebody that's actually there. Looks like we've got everyone's views on record now. On record now, or... on record. You have got to be kidding me. So what's Batalu actually going to think? Oh, I so hope he's actually going to help Natsuhi to prove innocence. It's useless. It's all useless. Oh, that's actually really quite interesting. So how is he going to disprove her? What do you mean useless? Yeah, because it could be double trust. It could be false friend, but it could also be... It could be either a friend or a foe. Who knows? Jessica looked up at me. Yeah, hanging on to my ever. Oh my god. I mean, obviously Natsuhi, I feel really, really bad for her, but Jessica as well. Fucking hell, seeing her mum getting that much crap from such a horrible woman. Let's be honest here. God. Aunt Eva's expression was confident as that. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Useless, you say? What is? Batola-kun. Tell me. Yeah, right. He is really disturbed the devil. Yeah, you're only convinced it was Aunt Natsuhi because you're only looking at the case from a single angle. Fair. It's not like I'm defending her, but that bluff of a checkmate isn't gonna fly. Yeah. Agreed. I think your reasoning regarding that receipt was possible. It's not a bad thread of logic. But I only give it a grade of 60. What's the maximum Japan grade? I'm assuming 100? Oh, 5-1. Well, I think he probably meant score. I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I'll just think score. My god, if this were an exam, that would be bad enough to get you extra lessons in detention, right? Oh my god, yeah. I've seen a lot of people that they do really crap on their exam and then they have to come to a revision session. If they don't do it, then they get a detention. It's so funny when that's the case.
あら、じゃあレシートで封印されている扉をどうやって破ってお父様を失踪させられるというの？私の説以外に。
Oh god, she is so convinced by her theory that she can't see any other point of view whatsoever. Nothing. Oh my. Well, how do you think you could? How do you think anyone can break through the door sealed by my receipt and make father disappear, other than by my theory? Yeah. I wonder how he's actually going to disprove this. It seems so hard to do so, but yeah, this other angle may be key. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
It's
true that your theory is an interesting one.
その説以外にじい様が失踪できる方法がないって言い切れるなら
And if you could say for sure that there was no way to make grandfather disappear.
最終目撃者である夏日おばさんが黒であると確かに言い切れるだろう
Yeah. And if you could say for sure that there was no way to make grandfather disappear, then yeah, then you probably would be able to prove that the last person to see him, Aunt Natty, was guilty. Yeah, fair. Yeah, definitely though.
だが夏日おばさんが無実で濡れ衣である可能性が残っている
exactly, yeah.
そうだと断言することはできねえ
Yeah, however, since there is still a possibility she's innocent and these accusations are false, we can't be sure. Yeah, you can't take it as gospel. No way.
ならバトラ君は夏日姉さん以外の誰にお父様を失踪させ
Yeah,
ら
he
れた
is.
という
He is, and he's kind of saving her life at... Wow, what's happening? I wonder what she's actually doing. She's probably just standing there, gun in hand, listening. Then Batora-kun, are you saying somebody other than Natty Ine-san made grandfather disappear?
しかありえないのよ
Would it be? It'd be
私
impossible
の
for
レシ
anyone
ート
else
が
to
そ
do.
れを証明してしまったわ
But at the same time though, that is true. My receipt proved that, right?
一度目に書斎に訪れた夏日姉さん
After the first time she visited that study.
そして二度目に私と訪れるまでの間書斎は完全に密室で密室開封後には失踪している
Yeah, after the first time she visited that study and until the second time when we visited it together, the study was a perfect closed room. Yeah, and when the seal was broken on the closed room, he was already missing. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
これで夏日姉さんが犯人じゃないというならどんなトリックがあるっていうの
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. If that doesn't prove she's a culprit, then what kind of trick could they have used? Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna say.
だから65点なんだよエヴァおばさん
Like I said, Aunt Eva, only 65 points.
じゃあここでチェス盤をひっくり返すぜ
So let's try spinning the chessboard around, okay? Shall we? Even?
どうやって外部からじい様を失踪させるかじゃない
The question isn't how somebody managed to make grandfather disappear from the outside.
どうやって内部からじい様が失踪するかって考えるんだ
Oh, now that is a really good one. Yeah, because maybe it could be likely that in his study he may just be entirely alone somehow. I don't know how, but maybe. We should think about how grandfather disappeared from the inside.
扉にはレシ
Yeah, that's
ー
a
ト
good
が
point.
挟まれていたから使用されていない
Yeah, the door had the receipt stuck in it, so it couldn't have been used.
窓も出ることはできても外側からは施錠できずしかもエヴァおばさんは書斎を訪れた時に窓の施錠を確認している
The door had the receipt stuck in it, so it couldn't have been used. He also couldn't have gone through the window because you can't lock it from the outside. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And when Aunt Eva visited the study, she checked to make sure it was locked. Yeah.
だから窓も使用されていない
So the window also wasn't used.
その時
Yeah,
点で
definitely, yeah.
確かに書斎は密室だった
At that point, the study really was a closed room.
これは認めるしかない
We have to accept this.
だがしかし書斎は永遠に密室だったわけじゃない
However, the study didn't remain a closed room forever.
レシートの封印さえ解かれれば扉は使用可能になり脱出可能になる
Once a seal created by the receiver was removed, it would be possible for somebody to escape by the door.
つまり夏日おばさんがどうやってじい様を失踪させたかじゃない。
In other words, the question isn't how Aunt Natsuhi made grandfather disappear.
どうやってじい様は書斎を脱出したのかって考えるんだよ。
I agree. And where to? We need to think about how he was able to escape.
じい様の書斎はただの書斎じゃねえんだよな。
Grandfather's study isn't an ordinary study, right? Exactly, that's what I was thinking. It's really, really big. He maybe could have, in theory, just hid from everybody. I don't know. Exactly, there would be a lot of hiding places. According to Genji-san, there's a toilet and a kitchen, and even a bedroom, almost like a little house. Yeah, exactly. Because you know a house is big when one room is just like a little house. I mean, my god. Yeah, definitely, yeah. It could be more than possible. For example, what if he was hiding under the bed and the two of you only thought he was missing? Yeah, it could be possible. There is no way you can't account for that. Yeah! Yeah, it's pretty bold of you to accuse Natsuhi when you don't even search the whole room. Ever, even you didn't check that far, right? Yeah, exactly, yeah. And then the two of you went back down the stairs thinking he wasn't there. Yeah, at that time the receipt was already gone. Yeah, so we could have escaped well and... well, easily then. Yeah, if... in other words, if grandfather was hiding in his room the whole time, it was a closed room. Yeah, definitely. No, I don't disagree. And escaped after letting the two of you go past him. We can crack this closed room right open. Exactly, yeah. Oh, it's always so funny when you see a bully that thinks they're so right. And, you know, the thing is they are valid. I do think it is valid that she thought she was right, but at the same time she never actually... She was never able to see anything apart from her theory. Never anything about why she may be wrong. And that's what was bad. That was her disadvantage. What are you talking about? Well, like you said, so that you guys don't see him. Well, Battle? Well, the father needs to escape the room in such a bizarre fashion. Don't be so absurd. No. It may be absurd, I agree, but at the same time, the truth is not always... I don't know. Well, the truth is not always simple. Exactly. So that, you know, that... the conviction she has, not fully set in stone. No way. However, it still shows that there's a possibility Aunt Natsuhi is being falsely accused. Your receipt wasn't perfect. Yeah, in chess, I might call that check. Yeah, but it isn't check. Yeah, I love that he is just so totally disproving this. I mean, he's doing a really, really good job, though. Because everything he is saying is really, really valid, and secondly, it's at the best time possible. I find it really quite funny that even though the situation is so damn stressful and it's so horrible, he still has so... I mean, you can just hear it, the joy in his voice, trying to prove somebody wrong. I mean, my god. And battler for Ace Attorney, I can't lie. That'd be so funny, oh my god. Zen, dameda. He'd probably just say that to every single client he has. Yeah, totally makes sense. The thing that really pisses me off. Oh, like, what's gonna happen? Oh, yeah, good one. he is a legend for being able to stand up for another family member. Especially as somebody as... I mean, he is not scared of her presence whatsoever, and I think that is so, so nice of him. But the thing that really pisses me off is how you're pressuring Aunt Natsuhi to explain it, then claiming that she must be guilty if she doesn't. Yeah, it's kind of like a witch trial situation, which is kind of ironic because it's Umineko. Like, if they die, they're a witch. If they don't... Sorry, if they don't die, they're a witch. If they die... If they don't die, they're a witch, and then we kill them, obviously. And if they die, they're not a witch. They die both ways. Wait, what is he gonna... Is he gonna say something really extreme, like punch you in the face? Oh, this is cool. I like this image. Yeah. Ushinomi Battle. Spin the chessboard around one more time. On Eva, according to your own argument. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, on Eva, according to your own argument, you must explain to us why you and Uncle Hideyoshi couldn't have killed those 6 last night and then casually returned to the guest house. Because they could have in theory. I mean, anyone could have, even he could have. Yeah, definitely go. You've been trying to force Aunt Natsuhi to explain. I agree. I totally agree, so I'm sure you can prove your own innocence, right? Oh yeah, brilliant play! Oh my god, hitting it where it really hurts. Especially now that all of grandfather's wealth has suddenly dropped down right into your... Yeah. Yep. Oh god, somebody is gonna get beaten. Or at least that's what it sounds. Exactly. I mean, obviously she's hopping on because she really wants to protect her mother. But yeah, it's true though. It's really good logic. That's right, you're suspicious enough yourself, aren't you? If you're saying Mom's suspicious because she was the last person to see him. Yeah. Then what about you, Aunt Eva? The last person to see Dad and the rest. I don't really think she did it, to be fair, but still. Maybe she could have. It's not impossible. It also isn't impossible that Natsuhi didn't do it, but at the same time, I think it's like the chances are basically next to 0. Let's be honest here. Just like Battle said, prove that you two weren't the ones who killed them. Yeah. I wonder if they're going to be able to do so. Yeah, you're not going to tell him to shut up now. In other words, to Eva. Mother, I also think your reasoning was a little overeager. Yeah, it didn't prove everything though. No way. I'm sure the receipt was an important hint. Yeah. But like Batora-kun said, that's not enough to prove that Aunt Natsuhi was responsible for some plot. Exactly, I don't disagree with that whatsoever. Ooh, equally suspicious. Yeah, definitely. It's not right. It's not right that, you know, some sort of awful... to be fair, I don't disagree. I don't agree with that. I think Natsuhi is way more suspicious. I think Eva and Natsuhi, they kind of have the same levels of suspicion, obviously because of the fact that, you know, they've been in the same place together. They were the last... Well, Natsuhi was the last person to see Father alive, and also Eva was the last person to see Natsuhi come out of the place that, you know, she'd last seen the father in. I think they're the prime suspects just simply because of that. But everyone else is equally as suspicious, I agree. Maybe the servants are a little bit more suspicious because obviously they do have really good reasoning in terms of how they could have actually done this.
Oh,
come on! Abandon your pride! I do find it really quite interesting that, for example, Natsuhi, I mean, obviously she was really stressed and she didn't really see the point of it because obviously with a person like this, like, negotiate with a person like this and she's going to turn everything you say around. So, yeah, obviously she probably didn't see the point in arguing, and secondly, yeah, it would just be horrible for her. She didn't really want to, but at the same time, she was just using loads of statements about how her pride cannot let her do it and stuff like that, and I have the Ushinomiya family crest in my heart, and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Your pride is not going to win you out of a murder case, potentially. Proud father crawling out under his bed. But at the same time, they should really abandon pride here. But at the same time, if he is really, really proud, then maybe he wouldn't like this. But at the same time, desperate times mean desperate measures. Well, maybe not that entirely, but something like that, maybe. You could also say that an explanation. In that case, why don't you explain first? Yeah, exactly. I do find it really quite funny that because she's been a total bully to Natsuhi, she can't even, when it's turned around on her. Yeah, I don't really think she can find an explanation herself. I can't believe how this is actually retaliated though, genuinely. In that case, why don't you explain first? Who killed those 6 and how? And then try showing us proof that you weren't involved. Yeah, exactly. And if you don't show proof, you're guilty. And obviously, if you don't know how to show proof, then you're guilty as well. Is she okay? What the genuine fuck? What? That was sudden? Oh my god, did she have a panic attack? Oh, Jesus, that's horrible. My lady. Jessica suddenly started coughing. Yeah! What the fuck was that? Oh god. At first I thought she was just choking after yelling too loud, but before long I realised how painful it looked. What the genuine fuck is happening to her? Jessica kept coughing and choking. Down on her hands and knees. Jessica, hang in there. Oh my god. Oh yeah, lucky the Nanjo's there. What the fuck is happening to her? Genuinely. That is so weird. That is so weird. Right, the magic charm. That's what my thoughts are. Oh, maybe she's going to die because of this. Maybe this is actually going to lead to her death because of the fact that she gave her magic charm to Natsuhi. I don't know though, it seems really quite ridiculous, but yeah, oh god, I hope that's not the case. I hope she's not going to die. Oh my god, especially for Natsuhi, she's endured enough already. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Jessica-san,
Oh, Jessica-san, your inhaler, quickly.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait, I have one moving. Good. Dodonajo Oh, yeah, nice one. Dodonajo poured out a bronchodilator. I don't know. Inhaler from his own bag, which is lying on the sofa. Yeah, good one, and handed it to Jessica. Because to think of it, 6 years ago, didn't Jessica sometimes break into violent coughing fits and happen to you? Oh, that's awful. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so it could either be an asthma attack or it could potentially be something really quite serious. I mean, to be fair, she has been in a lot of stress. I really wouldn't be surprised if there could be some sort of really bad consequences as a result of it. Like some sort of panic attack-like consequence.
Aniki.
Yeah, I know. Aniki, was Jessica's asthma always this bad? Oh shit. Yeah, that would obviously support everything. Yeah, it's gotten a lot worse these last few... Oh, yeah. It's no problem. Yeah, but when she's stressed, yeah. Oh, God, that's awful. That is awful. But when an attack comes suddenly, she can't stop coughing anymore. Jesus Christ. My lady, your medicine. Why are you talking so slowly? Give it to her. she trying to say something? Yeah, good one. Good one. Good one. Taking the inhaler from Kanon-kun, Jessica used it with a practiced hand. It looked like her throat was still on... would still itch for a while, but she had it under control. Good. Good, good, good. Are you okay, Jessica? You scared me? Oh my god, I know. Oh god, that's so awful. It's no big deal. Yeah, that... oh my god. Yeah, that's awful. That must really suck. I'm assuming it was just induced by firstly using her breath quite a lot in this argument, and also the fact that, you know, it's a stressful situation. Her heart will be pumping so much as well. Beads of sweat covered Jessica's whole body. Oh god, and she couldn't hide her rough breathing, but it looked like her sudden attack had calmed down for now. Good, 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 good. Jesus Christ. Yeah, fair enough actually, because this totally disrupted the entire point of, you know, disproving Eva. But at the same time, I kind of get the impression that it was just going to spiral down into worse and worse cases, because, like Natsuhi, nobody can prove their innocence, genuinely. The disturbance have made the dangerous atmosphere up until now slightly unfocused, but that's fine. Yeah, that kind of battle of mutual suspicion is completely unnecessary. Agreed. When you think about it, finding alibis for each other and looking for the culprit is probably meaningless. After all, we're just powerless ordinary people, and when the police come tomorrow, they'll definitely employ cutting-edge techniques and investigate the case thoroughly. No, but at the same time, I disagree with this, because they have to solve this. If they don't, then they're going to die. Potentially. Solving all of the riddles and arresting the culprit. How the fuck are you saying this? If anybody apart from her would be saying this, then fine. Even Hideyoshi. That's fine. But her? Perhaps Batara-kun is right after all. Yeah! Yeah, I love that you only think about this now. Yeah, perhaps Batara-kun is right after all. Just as Natsuhine-san is suspicious, I can't ignore the fact that I'm suspicious too. Yeah, arguing about that now surely will be unproductive. Yeah, funny that. Yeah, try to distract the focus from yourself. Yeah, it's interesting. That's an interesting technique she used there, because obviously, if people did actually want to argue, then they would have tried to confront her because of how much of an arsehole she's been to Natsuhi. Everything would be fine if we just leave it to the police tomorrow. Yeah, will it be? But don't you want to know too, Batara-kun? Who the culprit is? Oh, God. But at the same, I don't really understand why she's, you know, trying to manipulate Batara into this. Don't you want to let them know the pain you feel from losing somebody precious to you as soon as possible? That's such a horrible way to manipulate someone, by the way. Yeah, I won't deny that. Yeah, understandable, yeah. Even one day would be too long to let the wonderful bastard. Wonderful? Who's behind this guy? But that doesn't mean I want to suspect one of the 18. Sure. Even though I said what I said earlier, I don't even want to suspect you, Arthur. God. The fact that you can say that after what she's done to Natsuhi is really quite surprising. But at the same time, I suppose he has to really, really convey his point. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, because honestly, the thing is about all of these conflict-related things, they have such a tendency to argue that it's just going to lead to that every single time. I wouldn't want to do that with anyone here. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they don't want to cause extra conflict. This is already bad enough, this situation. Everyone?
バトラ君に同じ。
Yeah, I feel the same way as Battle
意味のない罵り合いだね。
Exactly, it's pointless to trade
多
insults.
分これだけの人数が朝から一ところにずっと集まってるから。
It's probably just a stress
みん
built
な
up
ストレ
because
ス
so
が
many.
溜まってるんだよ。
Oh yeah, understandable actually. Yeah, now, yeah, it's fair. It's probably just a stress built up because so many people have been crammed into one place since morning.
でしょう
Yeah,
な。
it's just a bad escalation of a discussion about what's actually the mysteries of what may have happened. Really, probably.
無理もないことです。
It is only natural.
言ってで
Fair.
きるものではありませんが、なるべく皆さん
I agree.
リラックスしましょう。
Yeah, but at the same time, what about the epitaph? Probably is only natural. It may not be my place to say it, but I think we should all relax as much as possible. To be fair, they have had a fucking hard day, and it's never going to get easier as well. They should just really slow down, to be honest.
エヴァ
If I...
わしらも頭を冷やすべきと
Yeah,
ちゃ
to
う
be
か
honest, they probably should go. Just, yeah, I think that's a good thing to say. I think we've better cool our
レ
heads
シー
too.
トの件は確かにお父さんの失踪を探る上で重要な手がかりになると思うで
It is, though, I don't disagree. The receipt's definitely a big clue for figuring out how far they disappeared.
警察が来たら話すといいやろ
Yeah. We should tell the police about it when they come.
そうね。
That's right.
そう。
Right.
レシートの一件でつい鬼の首を取ったような気持ちになっちゃったのね。
Yeah, I just felt a little triumphant when I figured out that part with the receipt.
確
Yes.
かに夏日姉さんだけを疑うのはフェアじゃないわ。
Well, I'm actually really quite surprised that she's realising this. But at the same time, I think it's a little bit late now. You've already damaged Natsuhi enough and bullied her.
私たちだって等しく疑わしい。
Exactly, yeah.
でもね、バトラ君。
You're still Bataraki.
レシートの話だけは本当よ。
At least the part about the receipt is real, okay?
これ忘れないでね。
Don't forget it.
そしてこれがどういう意味を持つか、もう一度よく考えてみてね。
Yeah, I do find it really quite interesting that this is just interesting that, you know, this is just really subtly saying suspect Natsuhi again. Hmm. Yeah, funny that she doesn't have anything to say. Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi stood up. It looked like they planned on leaving the park. Good. Good.
結局私たちはこんな推理ごっこしても意味はないのよ。
Agreed.
だってどうせ警察が
Will they?
全て明かしてくれるんですもの。
Will they really? Well, it's actually an understandable claim, but will they? After all, the police will reveal everything anyway. Anything every way. That's what I was actually about to say. That's quite sad. That's right. Even if we don't play this detective game, the typhoon will pass. Yeah. And when those lovely seagulls return to the harbour, everything will settle itself. Yeah, I think that's a little bit overconfident. That's right. If you think about it, this kind of crime is completely trivial. It will definitely be resolved. Will it? Even if we do nothing. When the seagulls... Yeah. That's the first time I've read when Umineko no naku koro ni in the book. Yeah, but it's true though. Oh, I do find it really quite interesting that they've just seen the total arguments and conflict and suspicion and, you know, just overall hassle arguments like these actually cause. I mean, God, Jess literally could have died from an asthma attack. I'm not even joking. It's horrible. I mean, yeah. I just called her Jess. She's Jessica, not Jess. Oh my god. Even if they do nothing, it's gonna
こ
be
れ
solved.
以上、夏日姉さんも私の顔を見ていたくはないでしょ
Oh god, you're even mocking about that. Jesus, give the woman a fucking break. Natsuhine-san, I take it you don't want to see my face anymore.
私も同じよ
I feel the same.
確か姉さんは昨日ゲストハウスに帰らなくて済むようにって客室を用意してくれたのよね
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yesterday you had some rooms prepared for us in the mansion so that we wouldn't need to go back to the guest house, right?
あそこはバスもトイレもあるし鍵もチェーンもかかる
Those should each have a bath and a toilet as well as a lock and a change to secure the
横
door.
になれるベッドもあるし主人もマリアちゃんとチャンネル争いをせずにテレビを見ることができるわ
Well, that sounds fine. I suppose there's even a bed to lie on, and my husband will be able to watch TV without having to fight with Maria-chan over which channel to watch, right?
お好きになさるといいでしょう
Yeah, do whatever you want.
くれぐれも用心を
God, the fact that you can say something like this to somebody so horrible, it really shows. If you ask me, it just shows how strong of a person she is in general,
あ
really.
りがとう姉さん
Thank you, Nessa.
そして余計なお世話よ
And mind your own business.
姉さんはみんなの監視をよろしくね
Are we counting on you to keep an eye on everyone?
犯
Okay?
人はこの中に必ずいるんだから
Because the culprit is definitely here.
そして姉さんも自分が監視をされていること
How the
を
fuck
お
can you
忘
say
れな
that? Jesus Christ. And Nessa, I'll make sure you don't forget to keep an eye on yourself too.
捨て台詞はそれで十分ですか
Yeah, I love that she just totally doesn't see through it. Good one. Have you finished taking your parting shots?
ええ
Yes,
十
I'm
分
finished.
よじゃあね夏日姉さん
See you, Natsu, Nessa.
源氏さん夕食になったら呼んでね
Genji-san, let us know when it's time for dinner.
それまでチェーンをかけて閉じこもってるわ
Until then, we'll lock ourselves in with the chain. Could you imagine if they die? That'd be so funny.
源氏カノ
Genji, come on.
お二人を客室までお送りを
Yeah, escort them to the guest room. Good riddance! Let's just say that. Holy fuck.
結構よ
We'll be fine.
送り狼なんて嫌だもの
I hate shady escorts.
むしろ私たちが部屋に行くまで誰もこ
Yeah,
の
fair
部
enough,
屋を出ないでくれる
nothing
方
could
が安
potentially
心
happen.
よ
In fact, I'd be more comfortable if nobody leaves this room until we reach
ジョー
out.
ジ行くわよ
Let's go, George.
僕は
Oh,
ここでみんなといるよ
Yeah, fair. I'll stay with everyone.
ジョージ
George,
この部屋に犯人がいるのよ
culprit is in this room.
そんなところにいるつもり
Jesus fucking Christ. I feel really bad for him for having a mum like this. Jesus. Yeah, but understandable, yeah, I do get what she's saying. Still, though.
この部屋を出るということは親族の誰かを疑うのと同じことだよ
Yeah, that's nice. Leaving this room would be the same as suspecting us one of my relatives.
あんな恐ろしいことができる人間が
Yeah, that's fair.
親族にいるなんて信
That
じない
really is fair. I think that's so well put. I can't believe anyone in our family is capable of something that horrible. That really is. I respect him for that, I really do. George.
あなたからも言ってやってよ。
Darling, you tell him to. Oh, you really think he's gonna do
ジ
that?
ョージももう一人前の男や。
Yeah, George is already an adult man. He can make decisions for himself.
この部屋から出えへん言わせるなら、そ
Yeah,
れ
good
も
one.
勝手
Good
や
one.
ろ。
If his code tells him not to leave this room, then it's up to him.
好きにさせたれ。
Yeah, let him do what he wants. Yeah. Father. Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi left. The only voice that called after them. Yep, funny that, because nobody wants to bloody well know them. So I already wonder what's actually going to happen now. Understandable. Oh, I really don't blame that from happening. I really don't blame that for happening, really. Yeah, the parlour was being buried beneath the savage atmosphere. Savage, Jesus. When I looked at the clock, I was surprised to find that it was already evening. Oh my god. Have we really spent that much time worrying about needless things, talking with each other and fighting with each other? I know, it really is sad. Feeling bored, I started scratching at my head when... Yeah, now that is interesting. Maddie and I made eye contact. Yeah, I really do wonder what this is actually going to be about. She's probably just going to say that Beatrice did it, let's be honest here. We know her. That's basically her role now, just to talk about Beatrice. I was a little surprised since I thought she was completely immersed in the TV. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think if you hear this much conflict going on around you, I think you're going to be a little bit curious. I'm actually quite surprised that this is the first time we've seen her all of the time. I believe it now. Ooh.
手紙も殺人もすべてベアトリーチェの仕業だ。
There's no way he would genuinely believe that. The letters, the murders, everything. It was all Beatrice.
むしろ頼むからそうだと名乗り出てほしいぜ。
In fact, I almost feel like begging her to come out and take credit for it all.
19人目の仕業ってことにさせてくれ。
Oh yeah, I want it to be the work of a 19th person.
俺たち18人
Yeah, definitely,
いつ
and
ま
they
で
will
も
have.
互いを疑い合わなくちゃなら
Yeah,
ない。
they'll just have to repeat the awful events that have happened here, all and all again, because nobody will ever be able to find anything that adds up. Yeah, otherwise the 18th of us will have to keep on suspecting each
こ
other.
れなら19人目の存在を信じる方が
Yeah,
マシさ。
yeah, understandable. I think believing in a 19th person is better than that. Yeah, I really see his logic. Yeah. Now it's going to be interesting to see how she changes here.
扉も
That
窓
is,
も
if
開け
she
ずに
changes.
じい様を外へ連れ出すなんて。ベアトリー
Yeah,
チェ
fair
ならお
enough.
茶の子
Fair
させなん
enough.
だろう。
I mean, Beatrice would solve everything, but at the same time, I don't really think that's where you should be going. I mean, you can just really see his desperation here. Bringing grandfather outside without opening the doors or windows must be a piece of cake for Beatrice, right? Maria, after taking a single, short breath, hung her head and then raised her face again. That's right.
魔女の前に扉の鍵なんて何の役にも立たないんだよ。
How the genuine fuck can you switch this quickly? It just makes no sense. Locking your door is useless against a witch. Beatrice is familiar with all 72 demons.
33位のガープは望む相手を望む場所へ瞬時に運ぶ力を与えるし。
The 33rd rank, Gap, gives the power. Who the fuck is Gap? Gives the power to instantly carry the desired person to any location.
彼女にとってどのような密室に閉じこもった人間だろうと連れ出すことは難しいことでも何でもないんだよ。
To her, taking a person out of any closed room isn't hard at all, you see? That is so weird. But yeah, that's understandable. That is... Yeah. Oh, 72 demons? What the fuck? 72 of them? Are we going to see every single 72 demon in this story, I wonder? That would be amazing, my god. God, there would be no end to characters if that was the case. So whoever this Gap is, they're basically teleportation, let's be honest here. Yeah, that is interesting. So she can actually inherit the power, well not really inherit, but use the power other demons have by being familiar with them, because they grant it. Which is sure are incredible. Yeah. Well, I think just because of that, Eva and Hideyoshi are dead. Tell her, if she feels like committing another crime, to do it in a way that no human could. And make me believe that a 19th person... No, which exists. Yeah, I mean, my god, you can just so see by this expression that he's just saying this because he has given up. He is hopeless. Okay. If I meet her, I'll tell her. Now that is interesting. Oh my god! I know! You have just basically made it so that one of your family members is dead! Crap. Nothing's made sense to me for a while now. Just when I want to believe in a 19th person, I deny it. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And just when I want to believe there were only 18 people, I deny that too. Exactly, yeah. Even though I want there to be more than just 18, more than just the 18 people here, I can't accept the existence of that 19. Exactly, yeah. There's too little proof for both of them. There are so many irregularities as well. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of impossible. The number of people in this mansion is 19, and then, you know, it's not greater than or, well, not, yeah, greater than or equal to, it's just greater than X, which is less than 18. Wait, sorry, greater than 18, and like 19 is yeah, greater than X. Oh my god. I can read the equalities fine, it's just actually putting them into words. I don't know, I always find that really difficult. Like, give me any inequality statement, especially quadratic inequalities. I hate reading them out loud, like, genuinely. So the number of people can't be represented by an integer. That is actually really quite interesting. So you think of which as some... however, it's impossible for there to be anything after the decimal point. Exactly, yeah. dismembered humans. You shouldn't be able to show the number of people with anything but an integer. True. I know! I know! And yet 19 is greater than x, which is greater than 18. How do you explain that fraction in less than what? Yeah! In before some really weird mathematical proof shit comes up. It's no wonder. That 19th person was something that couldn't be seen. Yeah, I do find it really interesting that now Battler has just totally given up. He really, really has. He has submitted himself to the idea that Beatrice is the 19th person and she can't be seen whatsoever. That's why, since you can only write the number of people as an integer, you couldn't see that person, which cannot be seen. Because Beatrice has no body. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Therefore, she is invisible. Is there a 19th person or not? Oh no, I know. Does the witch exist or not? Yeah, exactly. She could just be invisible. She could be something that doesn't have any role in the human world. Who knows? Yeah, that is interesting. The witch exists somewhere in that X. By the way, why are they using capital X's? Why would you use a capital X? Just use lowercase. I don't know, though. That's probably a really quite nitpicky statement, but still. Yeah. That is actually a really quite interesting way of looking at it. Oh. Right. My god, that was really quite something. I just find it really quite interesting that now is the time where people have totally given up. Right. What is going to happen now? Oh my god, I wonder. Right, we're reading on, obviously. Gonna take a break firstly, though. Yep, somehow doesn't surprise me. Right, see you in a bit. Right, okay, I am back, which is really quite nice. Oh shit, I forgot to get water. Never mind, I'm not back. Right, okay, now I am back. Okay, I am really excited to read now. Yeah, I really hope we get some interesting stuff, so, yeah, let's get on with it. So, yeah, my god. I really... Right, my guess, Battler makes it so that, what was I going to say? Well, basically, Battler has inadvertently made somebody die by saying to Maria that, you know, he just wishes that the next crime that happens is one that, you know, can't possibly be committed by a human being. Right, and the uncomfortable atmosphere continued even after those two left. It was thick with the idea that simply thinking about the culprit's identity would be the same as deciding whom to suspect. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, because the trickiest thing about, you know, the culprit's identity is that it's really representative of everybody, really. You can't pinpoint it on one person because it could apply to everything. It's a genius mystery because to actually contemplate the mystery, you have to doubt your very own family members that you really care about. Yeah, definitely. It began to feel like a discussion of the case itself was taboo. Fair enough. So no one mentioned the case, or at least out loud. However, those thoughts were what filled our mind. Yes. All that we couldn't say out loud made our hearts feel like they were going to it. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. God, no, Nazi here, I don't even want to imagine. So at least on the outside, the parlour had once again regained its calm mood. But it's scarred. Yeah, everything was less unsettled.
少しだけ考えてみたんだ。 Umineko さん、 少しだけ考えてみたんだ。
Right, okay.
少しだけ考えてみたんだ。
I am back.
少しだけ考えてみたんだ。
Right,
雨足が弱まった気がするね。
Feels like the rain's gotten a little lighter.
まだいっぱい降ってるよ。
Well, somebody's gone back to normal. Still pouring down.
おー
Oh, she
仮に
sounds
やんだって
pained.
この島には船がねえんだしな。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Even if it did stop, there's no boat on this side.
船
Yeah.
が明日すぐに来てくれりゃいいんだがよ。
Oh my god, I know. But it'd be nice if the boat came quickly
洋館
tomorrow.
バカンさんもうお腹いっぱいだぜ。
Oh my god, fair enough. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different though. You're literally going to have no parents. I mean, I don't get what the hell he's going to do when he gets back. Like, genuinely, he's going to have no parents. What's going to happen? Hmm.
母さん、明日船はいつ来るのかな。
Mum, when will the boat come tomorrow?
本来なら帰りの船は今日の3時に来てくれることになっていました。
God, that's inconvenient. The timing of the weather. Normally the boat to take them back would arrive at 3
先方も
today.
台風が過ぎてから来直すと電話をしてくれたでしょうが、あい
Yeah,
にく電話は
that's
普通ですか
inconvenient.
ら。
They probably sent us a phone call to say that they would come after the typhoon had passed, but unfortunately the phones aren't working. Yeah. Hmm.
でも向こうも子供の使いではありません。
But they aren't children over
客
there.
人の方々の送迎目的だと教えてありますから。
Oh yeah, so they are going to do that. Yeah, but they were told to drop off and collect our
おそらく
guests.
明日の朝一番で。
Good one. Yeah. So they will most likely arrive first thing tomorrow morning.
多
Yeah,
分
that's good.
9時頃くらいに来てくれるでしょう。
Probably about 9, I believe. Yeah, good. It was completely black outside. Yeah. When I looked at the clock, I realised that it was just past 7. Damn. Job. Yeah, I was starting to get hungry. Oh, yeah, fair. Oh my god, the dinner. Oh, yeah. In the kitchen, Kumasawa was cooking enthusiastically. She really doesn't get the opportunity to cook, especially for the family much, I'd assume. She had laid out a variety of dishes, and while they didn't match the level of Gorda's artful cooking, oh, that's really good. They still were quite gorgeous. It was an act of kindness from Kumasawa, who was trying to enliven everyone's low spirits with some food. That's really good of her, yeah. Kumasawa wasn't nearly as talented as a professional cook like Gorda, but she was far from as... That's good. On the contrary, since she had brought up... She had been brought up in a fishing village, the simple food she created was sometimes highly praised. Yeah, that's where the mackerel jokes come from. That's really quite nice. Kanon arranged the food Kumasawa had finished creating on plates under her direction. Yeah, nice one. That's really cool. Kanon also helped in the kitchen sometimes, but since he was rarely placed in that role, he was slightly... Oh, yeah, even though he tried his best. Oh, at least he tried his best, to be fair. Self-conscious about the fact that he couldn't cleverly arrange the food. Oh, Kanon's expression darkened slightly. Yeah, he really does care about his job. But Kumasawa smiled as though everything was fine. Yeah, good one.
綺麗に盛り付けられてますよ。
Oh, nice one. It's arranged
カノン
beautifully.
君もお上手ですよ。
Oh, Kanon-kun, aren't you skilled? So even though he doesn't think it was, still was in reality. That's good.
シャノン姉さんだったら
Oh, if it had been Shannon
もっと
Nessa.
綺麗に
Yeah, that is sad. It would look even more beautiful. Oh, yeah. Conan stopped arranging the food for a bit and hung his head. Shannon was the only one who always assisted with Kumasawa and her cooking. Yeah, that makes sense. That oh gosh, she doesn't have, you know, the person that she normally would be able to have an assistant from. That's awful. Tonight, Conan was doing it instead. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And as he remembered Shannon's face. Oh god, no, brutal ending. Yeah, understandable. Why is the music dark? Why is Nanjo here? Why is he in the kitchen? That doesn't really make much sense whatsoever. Forget that for now. Genji spoke kindly to Conan as he advanced to pawn. Nanjo had escaped from the parlour. Oh, once the mood had gone sour and Genji had become an opponent in a game of chess upon Nanjo's request. Oh yeah, good one. Good one. Yeah. Yes.
今は忘れます
Yeah, it is a good thing to forget. Hard, but good at the same time. Indeed. Yeah, that is probably for the best. No, I don't disagree. I mean, yeah. Genji purposefully refrained from facing Conan as he spoke. Interesting. He did so because he understood that it might make things tougher. Fair. That it might make things tougher on Conan if he notices that somebody was looking at his fair. Yeah, Nanjo also understood that and held back any thoughtless words. Yeah, good one. Oh my god, I know. I wonder where Kinzo-san has gone. I hope that he is safe, but... Yeah, I do not know. No, I do find it really quite funny that even after all this, the servants are still hiding things. I do not know. However, I believe everything has proceeded as the master has hoped and arranged for. What? To distrust that would exceed my role as furniture in service to the master. God. Yeah, I know. Aren't you scared, Genji-san? Oh yeah, exactly. Sounds inevitable, honestly. I'm frightened that something bad will occur again tonight. I have nothing to be afraid of. Serve the Ushidomiya family, and that's all. That's unbelievable. So this person isn't even scared about his own life going. If his life goes, that's going to be one less person to serve the Ushidomiya family. That's basically his mindset. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's horrible. To have that little value in yourself. And it's really interesting though. I wonder what he had actually, you know, hoped for. Yeah, Nanjo sighed through his nose and made a carefully considered move. Nanjo was very slightly dubious. Could Genji possibly be thinking that he'd be left out of this? Yeah, left out of the feeling of total doubt. Yeah, he couldn't even imagine what was happening inside this mansion. But he definitely couldn't deny the possibility that Kinzo had devised something. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, I agree. If you liken this island to chess, Kinzo had opened the game, and as a result, 6 pieces have been defeated. Oh yeah, definitely, he's a very powerful one. Yeah, could it be that Genji was calm because he believed he alone was on the outside of the chessboard, and therefore so... No, I know, I really wonder why he is calm. I mean, it could either be the fact that it's sort of predetermined that he's going to be alright. In other words, you know, he's not a target whatsoever, or maybe Maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe he sees that little value in his life. I don't know, though. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, if he saw less value in his life, I think it would be... I mean, it's really hard to tell the mental state of these people. I can't tell, because they do seem really... They seem like really, really nice people, but at the same time, they seem so serious, so earnest. I've never seen them, like, laugh. But I don't know, maybe they are happy. It's kind of hard. It's really hard to tell. Nigel thought about it. Isn't everyone just a piece on this chessboard, lined up equally, without any expectations? No, no way. What about Beatrice, potentially? Well, that's quite funny. There's a piece that people don't even know if it's there or not. It's an invisible chess piece, and yet it's making advances that are defeating the actual pieces that are on there. Chess is a really accurate representation because it not only shows the roots, because each pawn has a root, and each rook or bishop or, don't know, knight or anything really. They have certain moves they can do, like we have certain moves we can actually take in a situation, and we have, you know, things of more power. For example, don't know, knight coming in contact with a pawn. More power for the knight. In other words, for example, that's like, I don't know, Kraus coming into a situation where, I don't know, you need to make a move with, for example, Jessica. Like, he is more powerful. So he is the knight, and Jessica's just the pawn. No, who was confident of his position as Kinzo's only close friend? Yeah, just another one of those pieces laid out on the chessboard. I suppose so, yeah. Genji-san. Yeah, no, I don't blame him. I really don't. I mean, 6 people have died already. What's going to happen today? Oh my god, I know. I hope with all my heart that we will be safe when tomorrow morning comes. I wonder what he's going to say to that. I mean, he's got to say something, right? Maybe he won't. No, of course we're not going to see it, because that would be too revealing. It sounds like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Could you imagine if something actually happens to them? I think it's unlikely, but at the same time, I don't think the chance is 0. The guest room Eva and Hideyoshi moved into had originally been built to house guests before the guest house construction. Oh, interesting. Yeah, fair. So until a few years ago, they had stayed in these rooms every family conference and were very familiar with them. Yeah, it's interesting that. So they were just used to house people when guest houses were being built. That's quite surprising. Oh yeah, oh god, I misread that. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's a really quite interesting room. It looks very old and very Western as well. This room was just like a room at a hotel with a bedroom and a bathroom and a blimmin' chair and table. You don't get those at many hotels. So even though they were still shut in, it was far more comfortable than the parlour. Understandable, yeah.
Fair
enough, actually. Yeah, guess it's true. You can relax more when you're alone with your family. Oh god, how many would come out alive? Maybe it would be better if everyone else also shut themselves in the guest rooms and locked the doors. Yeah, Natsuhi-san said that nobody could leave the parlour, throwing her weight around. Yeah, I'm sure no one would be able to talk back.
ずーっと冷や飯を食ってきたから兄さんが死んでやっと天下が来たって張り切ってんのよ。
She's always been treated so coldly, so now that Isan's dead, Yeah, my god, yeah, she's getting excited that she can finally have so much power. I don't even think it's that. I think that's a really quite harsh way of looking at it. I think... Well, I mean, I do kind of get what she's saying about, like, her getting excited about, for example, you know, the family crest being put in her heart and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't really think that's accurate. God. Yeah, seriously, how shameless can she be?
まあそう言うな。
Oh, what's it you gonna say? Come on, now, don't say that.
夏希さんもあれで結構頑張っとるんやで。
Natsuki-san's doing pretty well.
お前もそう突っかからんでもいいやないか。
Yeah, good one. Yeah, no need to jump on her like that. Yeah, I
さっ
agree.
きのレシートの件もあそこまでは言い過ぎやで。
Yeah, I agree. And about the receipt earlier, you went too far. Way too far. Come on.
あそこで言わなかったらもう言うタイミングがないんだもん。
I mean, yeah, you could have said it. You didn't have to go into one of the most unpleasant, you know, outrageous arguments I've ever seen. If I hadn't said it there, then it wouldn't have been another good time to say it. Ever sulking... Oh, God. Sulking cutely and looking at the television. Sat alongside Hideyoshi, who was lying on the bed. Yeah.
でも、こうして二人きりになるのはずいぶん久しぶりよね。
Still, we haven't been alone like this for quite some time.
そうやな。
You're right.
思えばわしもお前も老けたもんや。
I can't think of it. Both from you and I have gotten pretty old. Oh my god, definitely. George is
ジョージが
25.
生まれてから何もかもが
Yeah,
あっという間
understandable.
や。
Since George was gone, everything's sort of gone. Sorry, born. Everything's gone by in
本
the
当
blink
に
of
あ
an
っ
eye.
という間よ。
It really has.
子供を作るの焦りすぎたかしら。
I wonder if we were too hasty in having a child. Eva's eyes looked like they were staring off into the distance. Yeah, she had thought of it as a once-in-a-lifetime child. Oh my god, yeah, definitely, yeah. I've wondered whether Kraus had been unable to father a child for quite some time. Yeah, definitely. 6 years passed after his marriage to Natsuki without any signs of pregnancy, which didn't please Kinzo at all. Oh, yep, someone doesn't surprise me. Eva herself had thought that. Since her name would be moved outside the Ushinomiya register when she got married anyway, it didn't matter whether a successor to the headship was born or not. Yeah. Wow, God, that's a really quite nice background. And then one day, she had a heavenly revelation. Oh, yeah. The fact that she can abuse this. Or maybe it was the whisperings of the devil that she had listened to in her greed. Yeah, in her greed. Yeah. If she could give birth to a successor first, wouldn't she be able to remain in the Ushinomiya register? Yeah, definitely, yeah. If things went well, might she have the chance to inherit the Ushinomiya family herself? That's actually insane. When she proposed this to Hideyoshi, he had approved of it instantly. Yeah, funny that. Yeah, this wasn't because Hideyoshi had also had greedy thoughts. Oh. For Hideyoshi, who had no close relative. Oh, God. Yeah, it really would have been ideal for him to marry into a family. It was a chance for him to feel once more the long-forgotten... God. Oh, my God, that's horrible. He probably lost a lot of them during the wartime. So when they got married, he hadn't fussed over which last name they were to keep. Yeah, fair. And had quickly agreed to have his name entered into the Shidomiya family register. Convenient. It hadn't been easy to persuade Kinzo, but as his daughter... Oh yeah, that's convenient. Yeah, Eva knew Kinzo's personality well. So by choosing the time when Kinzo was most dissatisfied with Natsuhi... Oh my god, she's properly devised this. Fucking hell. She was magnificently able to make him accept Hideyoshi as an adopted son-in-law. Damn. Yeah, that is total persistence. Wow. Fucking hell. Well, I'm just really quite surprised that Hideyoshi hasn't actually had any relatives before this. I mean, well, not any close relatives. It's horrible. It's just sad that somebody as nice as him has so much sadness around him, I suppose. God, that's amazing. It really is quite surprising. And looking at Hideyoshi, who had achieved success after starting from nothing, Kinzo might have seen a little bit of himself. Oh yeah, fair, yeah. He quickly grew to like Hideyoshi and approved his transfer into the Ushinomiya register. That's good. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because they do share really quite similar traits. That's fair. Yeah. George would eventually become the successor to the Ushinomiya family. Yeah, they had raised him strictly with that purpose in mind. Oh, that's interesting. He had been worth their while and had grown into a fabulous young man who wouldn't disappoint no matter where. Agreed, yeah. He's amazing. Oh, God. That was why he had not been permitted to fall in love with a servant like Shannon. Oh, no. So when she learned that Shannon was dead and the engagement ring was now invalid, though part of her had been shocked... Oh, don't tell me she was relieved. The part of her had been shocked by the gruesome crime. Oh my god. That's absurd. Part of her had also been relieved that her dear George wouldn't be stolen by some servant. Fucking hell. God. The only thing, I think this logic is so flawed because in a situation like this, I don't really think it matters that Shannon's a servant. The fact that, you know, they have fizzing personalities and they're both really, really pleasant and really nice to each other and, you know, they really work for each other. It shouldn't matter what somebody does. Unless if it's something illegal, obviously. But, yeah. As in career paths, I mean, I suppose it does matter in some ways. But at the same time, if they love each other, then it shouldn't, really. And, like, it should be his choice, not any of theirs. God. How can you see anything good in this? I mean, genuinely. It doesn't matter that she's a servant. His girlfriend has still just died. That he literally gave a fucking engagement ring to. God. Yeah, so just take it out on Natsuki because it's all her fault. I've hated Krasny-san since long ago. He was so full of himself, always swaggering around. Oh yeah, so proud that he would one day become the head. So I wanted to get back at him. It certainly formed the basis of, for example, what happened today. Was that just a childish emotion? Yeah. But in the end, that emotion guided my entire life. Sure. If that had been all, then it would have been fine. but because of that emotion, I got you and George involved. I used you.
エヴァ、備え自分を責めるな。
Eva, don't blame yourself for that. Hideyoshi got up and held Eva's shoulder. She could feel, yeah, a warm understanding from him. That's nice. I mean... Kraus sounds like a really heartless arsehole, to be honest. And a greed-filled one as well. Hmm.
わしはな、自分の人生はもうとっくに折り返しに入っとる。
Well, I reached a halfway point in my life a long time ago.
でもな、今日までの生活を後悔したことは一度もないで。
Nice one. But you know, I have absolutely no regrets about how I lived my life. No, that's really good. That is really good. And that's probably something she needs to hear right now. She's feeling really quite doubtful about. Well, I suppose this all stemmed from her emotion of, you know, hating Kraus because obviously him being the really stuck-up, proud kid. It's quite surprising that, you know, like she said, childhood emotion guided her for her entire life. I mean, that's crazy. It really is. That's brilliant.
エヴァと一緒で他の男どもじゃ味わえん楽しい人生になったと思っとる。
Fair. I think that since I've been with you, Eva, I've been able to relish an enjoyable life that other men never will.
戦争で身寄りを失ったわしに、
Oh my god.
もう一度家族のぬくもりを教えてくれた。
Yeah, after I lost my relatives in the war, you reminded me what the warmth of a family is. Yeah. Understandable.
だから後ろ宮の家には感謝しとるし、わしの唯一の家だと思っとる。
Yeah. So I'm grateful that she told me her family and think of it as my own. God, yeah. So does Natsuki actually. Oh, it's so sad with Natsuki and Kraus. It's such a surprisingly dishonest relationship. It really was.
わしとお前が歩んできた人生にな、
Yeah,
無
that's
駄なことなん
brilliant.
か何もなかった。
This life I've left with you, not a single thing's been
今
wasted.
日までほんまに楽しい人生やったで。
It's been a really fun life up until today.
ありがとう
Thank you,
あなた。
darling. Eva hung her head. Yeah, burying her face in Hideyoshi's chest. Probably no one in the parlour could even imagine this side of Everett's. I know.
感謝
Definitely.
するのはわしや。
I'm the one who should be thanking you. I know. You just have a soft, really, really caring, you know, motherly side to her. It's just something you never really would have thought somebody that bullies Natsuki that much would actually have, and it's just horrible that, you know, she has such a potential to be nice. Like, I'm sorry, but you cannot meet somebody like Hideyoshi and marry them if you're not a good person, like, genuinely. Like, she has so much potential and yet she just doesn't use it.
今日までお前と一緒にいて後悔した日なんてあらへん。
Yeah. I'm the one who should be thanking you. Up until today, there hasn't been a single day I've regretted being with you. God, yeah, understandable. Yeah, she did take it way too far. Seriously.
私もよ。
Me too.
あなたと一緒になれてよかった。
Glad to have you by my side. Yeah, it is
ジョ
brilliant
ー
that these
ジ
guys
ももう
have
立
each
派
other.
な大人や。
They have done a brilliant job raising him. I will never disagree with that. George is already a fine adult.
わしが見張ってなくてもしっかり仕事ができ
Exactly,
る一人前や。
Even if I don't look out for him, he's a man who could do his job well on his own.
There.
Yeah. I wonder.
正月あたりをのんびりモルジブあたりで過ごさん
Oh
か。
my god. Are they that rich? Fucking hell. I thought Hideyoshi's company was literally... Well, Hideyoshi's company was being bought out by stock investors that were basically trying to, I suppose, put a false notice to the management and, well, put false news about how bad the management is so that, you know, their new management schemes can appeal to the shareholders and then they can buy the company. Yeah, so I think if you're doing that and yet you're planning trips to the Maldives, yeah, that's not very good budget. George's already found out. I wonder, around New Year's, do you want to go spend some time in the
わしら
Maldives?
二人水いらずや。
Just us, no one
いや
else.
よ
No way.
毎年年賀状の返礼で見る暇もないとか言ってるじゃない
And you've always been saying that you're so busy responding to New Year's cards that you don't even sleep. Oh my god, I mean, okay, he has a lot of friends, but I
次
didn't
の
realise
正
that.
月だけはなしや。
None of that in this New Year's.
年賀状はみん
Damn, I won't read New Year's
黙
cards.
って下のお年玉くじだけチェックするんや。
Oh, yep. I can definitely see why this guy is a dad now. I'll just stay quiet and check to see if I've written
今
the
年
news
は
lot
カラ
or...
ーテレビくらい当てたいで。
My god, yeah, it'd be sure nice if we want a colour TV this
や
year.
だ
No way.
モルジブでお年玉くじのチェックなんてしたくない
Fair enough, yeah, I mean, I think you've got better things to do if you're in the Maldives, fucking hell. I don't know, I've never really seen it before.
じゃあそいつもなしや。
None of that
水
either.
いらず。のんびりで
Yeah, he just wants to
ジ
make
ョー
it
ジが
totally
生まれ
perfect.
る直前の新婚時代の続きをちょいとしてみんか。
Yeah, I mean, it's really quite funny, I suppose. They, you know, they've had a honeymoon, and now they're going to have something, well, before George was born, and now they're going to have something after George was born, like 25 years later. Really, really quite nuts. Then none of that either. How does it sound? Just the two of us, taking it easy, like when we were newlyweds, just before George was born. Yes.
それならいいわね
Yeah, in that case, fine.
モルジブはええとこらしいで。
Yeah. Yeah, the Maldives are
な
wonderful.
んもない島に美しいサンゴ礁
Okay, yeah.
と水上コテージが並んでてな。
An island with nothing on it, surrounded by beautiful coral reefs and cottages lined up over the water. I would so love to dive in a coral reef. That must be so
新
beautiful.
婚時代の続きっていつからなの
Like when we were newlyweds, you say. Starting when? Hmm.
仕事納めしたらすぐや。
As soon as I've finished up some business.
レコー店に聞いてみんとわからんが、多分大晦日前には。
I won't know until I ask the travel agency, but probably before New Year's Eve.
いや
No way.
今
Right now.
すぐがいい
I want to go right now. I don't blame her whatsoever. Yeah. Oh. Oh, you don't mean leave the... Oh my god, I didn't... Oh, I thought she was saying... She was just venting that she wanted to leave the Ushinomiya household. No, she meant the other thing. Oh god. Evan acted his lips in a peevish yet flirtatious manner. Right. Okay. Oh. Oh. Evan acted his lips in a peevish yet flirtatious manner. The only sounds that filled the room were the distant voice of the announcer on the news, which Hideyoshi had left on, and the obnoxious pounding of the rain against the window. Oh my god. Yep. I think it's probably obvious what they're going to do next. A little bit scary. There are some things that I'm happy this game missed out, and that is one of them. Right, what's this? Ooh. There was a knock on the door and Genji-san entered.
奥様、
Madam.
お夕食の準備が整いました。
Oh, dinner has been prepared.
お食事はまたこちらでよろしいですか？
We are eating here again.
ええ。
Wait, she's not actually eating. What?
ここへ
Yes.
運ばせなさい。
Have it brought here? She's not actually eating over there? How come?
南條先生はまだ厨房にいるのですか？
Is Dr. Nanjo still in the kitchen? What? Did I just ask how come she's eating here? Of course, because of Eva. God, that's horrible. She can't even eat dinner in her usual place.
Hi.
Yes.
次の一手を熟考したいとおっしゃっております。
That's actually really quite interesting. I mean, you know when that is happening, they have something severe to contemplate and something very serious as well. He says he wished to carefully deliberate over his
ご安
next move.
心を。他の使用人たちとご一緒です。
Don't worry, he's with the other servants. Hmm.
源氏さんはじい様の相手ができるくらいチェスが強いもんな。
God. That must be really quite impressive. I'd assume Ginzo is a very, very clever person. Genji sounds good enough at chess to be grandfather's
南條先
opponent.
生よりも強いらしいぜ。
Oh God, I hear he's even better than Dr. Nanjo, right?
そうなんだ。
That's right.
昔相手をしてもらったことがあるけど、あれは勝たせてくれたのかな。
Yeah, yep. Long ago he played against me, but he must have let me win. Yep, that somehow doesn't surprise
マ
me.
リア、もうすぐ飯だそうだぜ。
Maria, sounds like it'll be time to
し
eat
かし
soon.
よく一日中テレビを見ていて飽きねえな。
Oh my God, Maria predicting the 21st generation, but with stuff like YouTube and Twitch and any social media, for example. But look at you, you've been watching TV all day long and you still haven't gotten bored.
いつもテレビいっぱい見てるから平気。
Oh, I'm always watching TV, so I'm fine. You're always watching TV? It's a bit sad, but okay. Fair enough.
Maria ちゃんはテレビっ子なんだね。
yeah. Well, Maria-chan sure is a TV kid. Yep. Who wasn't, to be fair?
机の上を片付けないとダメだぜ。
Yeah. No TV for them. Food's coming, so we have to clean up the table. Earlier, we had torn several pages out of Maria's notebook, and there was now a mess where everyone had been drawing together. Oh, yeah, understandable. Yeah. Jessica began cleaning that up quickly. Yeah, nice one. Still, everyone here really can draw. Oh, I never guessed.
源氏。
I really wonder what's actually going to be there. Genji.
エヴァさんたちにもせめて食事くらい一緒にしないかとお
Yeah.
声をかけます。
Oh, I think he's going to walk in on something very embarrassing. Ask Eva-san and Hideyoshi-san whether they'd at least like to have dinner
ど
with
うせ
us.
断るでしょうが。
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, although they would probably turn us down.
かしこまりました。
Certainly.
お父様の次はエヴァさんですか。
First father and now Eva-san.
つくづく後宮家の食卓には全員が揃
Fair
いま
enough,
せんね。
yeah. It's quite hard to gather everyone to the Ushinomiya dinner table. Yeah. Oh, God, no, I don't blame her. She has had such a ridiculously stressful day. I feel so bad. Yeah, Natty felt her headache start throbbing again and lightly held her temple. Yeah, fair. The distance from the kitchen to the parlour wasn't that great, so Genji had gone and come back by himself. Yeah, but the guest room was a little further away. Natsuki had warned him to avoid being alone whenever possible. Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. And just now, Najo had also admonished him, saying it would be better if it... Yeah, I mean, my god, you know shit's unsafe when it's dangerous to be alone. But yeah, I'm saying it would be better if he had a little more concern for his safety. Kind of accompany Genji. Yeah, good one. And the two of them went to visit Eva and Hideyoshi in their guest room. Genji knocked on the door. So, yeah. I think they're going to be catching them in a really quite embarrassing moment.
Eva-sama, Hideyoshi-sama.
Eva-sama, Hideyoshi-sama.
お夕食の準備が整いました。
Dinner has been prepared. He waited a short while for them to come out, but there was no response. Did they not hear?
源氏様、
It
これ
was
は
quiet. What? No. Genji-sama, look at this. Someone pointed under the door. Under the door? What? Okay. There are some things that I was expecting. I was not expecting that! What the fuck? Okay, firstly, how have they condoned this? Secondly, do they even know about it? Thirdly, who the fuck? A resin envelope had been inserted under it. Normally, when something was inserted this way, it would be interpreted as a message from somebody outside. Oh, for fuck's sake, my earphones. As a message from someone outside to someone in this room. So since this might be a private note meant for Eva and Hideyoshi. Oh yeah, fair. It was not something that Kanon and Genji were supposed to take interest in. Fair. Oh, I know, but this Western envelope was one of Kinzo's. The same kind as the one Maria had taken out the last night and surprised everyone with. Exactly! There can be no mistake. Yeah! Yeah! It is one of the Master's Oh my god, I wonder what that's going to be. Well, Maria's going to be excited by that. She's going to be in her creepy witch voice. Yeah, you know when that's happening. Shit's real. Shit's hit the fan. That is so weird though. Oh my god. I wonder if they're alive, by the way. Let's just get the elephant in the room. They're either dead or they're just oblivious to this note. To be honest, because of what Battle said, I think it's most likely that one. The former. What could it be? What could it be? Yeah, definitely, yeah. Even though this was one of Kinzo's envelopes, the letter Maria read aloud the previous night hadn't come from Kinzo. Exactly, yeah. Genji continued, knocking a little harder and called out in a loud voice. Yeah, they need to... Eva-sama. Yeah. Maybe he was a little bit quiet, that's what I thought, firstly. Eva-sama. Eva-sama. It is Genji. Are you there? Please answer, Eva-sama. There's no way they're not dead. Oh no. Oh my god. Please don't. I don't want George to lose another person. Another two people. And they're his fucking parents as well. There was no response from the inside. Sometimes when the servants want to call some guests for a meal, the guests would be sleeping so deeply that they wouldn't wake up. Fair enough. Yeah, but death is also an eternal sleep. It's... Yeah, in times like that, the servants would stick a letter in the door to show that it was time to come out. and leave the guest be. Yeah. But despite that, Genji beat even harder on the door and called out Eva's name. However, there was no answer. Bust that door open. Kanon stuck his ear up to the door, held his breath, and listened for any sounds coming from inside. No human sounds? I hear something that sounds like the television. But I don't sense anyone. The room might be empty. Genji took out a handkerchief and, careful not to touch it with his bare hands. Yeah, gently pulled out the envelope that had been stuck under the door. It was sealed with deep red sealing wax. Without a doubt, the mark on that sealing wax had come from the Ushinomiya family's head ring. God. It's the real deal. Eva-sama. Please answer. Shit, man. I think this is the worst. We can only expect the worst case scenario here, to be honest. I don't see why it would be anything but that. Oh my god, man. I really wonder. They're either going to be disappeared. They've either disappeared, or maybe they're dead, or I don't know. Maybe they're just not in their room for some reason, and this could be a really, really scary misunderstanding. I don't know. Anything's likely at this point. This is Umineko. Yeah, but there was still no answer. There was a chance that the two were aimlessly walking around the mansion. Yes, agreed. This is the home that Eva had grown up in. Agreed, part 2. There was plenty of reason to think that she'd go out on a casual trip. But same for Kinzo. Did you ever find him? Oh, yeah, funny that, yeah. Totally disobeying servants' protocols, but he has to. Genji groped around in his pocket and pulled out the bundle of keys, which contained the key that would open the guest room. Good one. Genji-sama? Yeah, Kanon also understood what this meant. They would sometimes unlock the door so they could go in and do things like make the beds, but only after they made sure the guests were out. Oh yeah, fair. Oh my god, they just have to open one door to find out. To unlock the door for any other reason, and especially to do so when there was a chance the guests hadn't given permission and might still be in there, was an action unbecoming of a servant. Yeah, but normally servants don't have murder mystery, serial murders occurring in their very mansion. So, yeah, I think you can kind of justify it by that reason. But Genji had decided, if the only problem had been that his knock hadn't received a reply, he wouldn't have gone this way. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. But the envelope under the door was doubtlessly one of Kinzo's. Exactly, yeah. Or rather, one of the Westerman envelopes. Part of the Ushinomiya family had. Yeah, after last night, the sender of this envelope could be someone other than Kinzo. Exactly, yeah. If this letter had been sent by somebody else. Oh my god, I know. Eva-sama. My apologies. Allow me to enter your room. After giving that final notice, Genji stuck one of the keys from the bundle into the keyhole. Oh god, they've got to prepare themselves. I don't think they're alive. There was the sound of the door unlocking. And after slowly turning the knob, he slowly started opening the door. Oh shit! Right. Light seeped through the crack of the door. Were they in the room? Or had they forgotten to turn out the lights? Clank. There was the sound of the door chain being pulled tight. The chain had been secured. Oh. So, but I don't understand. If Eva has literally gone to one of the rooms she probably was in I don't know, she's probably spent time in when she was a child. Why would she... Well, she'd secure the lock just so that, you know, no potential beings from outside could potentially harm her, really. The chain couldn't be secured from the outside, so it also proved that they were in the room. Yeah, definitely, but are they still in the room? Are they alive? Yeah, it's just so creepy, only hearing the sounds of TV presenters' voices. The sounds of voices on the TV seeped out of the room. The lights, the chain, and the TV. Yeah, why are the lights on? That's actually really quite surprising. There's no way that, you know, they haven't been in the room. All of these things made it clear they were in the room. Yeah, but there was no sign of them. Genji called to Eva once more through the crack of the door, but there was no answer. That's just weird. That really is. I wonder what they're actually going to do. Like, genuinely. It is an emergency, so they can do anything possible. Genji-sama. Yeah, what should we do now? Oh my god, I know. As part of their job, the servants were able to unlock almost any lock in the mansion. But not... Oh shit, but they had no way to open the door with a chain. That's really inconvenient. Do that then! That's more important. The only way to get by the chain was to cut it. That was certainly not permitted as a part of a servant's usual... Yeah, but these are bad times. Yeah, creepy child would have already rushed up there, but understandable, yeah. Kanon held his breath again and tried to sense someone through the door, but even so, he was not able to sense anyone. Yeah. Oh, cool, madam. Yeah, interesting. Kanon cut the chain. Oh my god. Right. As Kanon hurried away to get a cutting tool, Genji called him to a stop. Ooh. They really should be accompanying each other, by the way. They really should be. Oh, God. Wait, Kanon. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, return to the kitchen and take Kumasawa with you. Yeah. Says you. Yes. Certainly. It looked like Kanon was wondering why he had to do something so troublesome in the middle of this urgent situation. Oh yeah, fair enough, but at the same time, it's because it will really determine everything. But Genji had said it out of wariness. He didn't care what happened to himself. Yeah, interesting that. But in the worst case scenario, he didn't want anything to happen to Kanon. God, he sounds really, really selfless. My god. Total devotion to his subordinates, yeah. In the kitchen, Kumasawa was... Oh, I'm surprised that she's not dead. In the kitchen, Kumasawa was piling food on the serving cart. Oh my god, they are just about to have the food for dinner. Fucking hell. And Nanjo was waiting for Genji. Yeah, apparently wanting to show him a move. He'd finally thought up that... Might turn the tables on him. Yeah, but Genji's appearance immediately told him that something was wrong.
What
has happened, Genji-san? Yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, it is an emergency. It really is. Oh god. Oh, he's spent so much time trying to think of a good move that could potentially, you know, entirely thwart his potential, but now he can't execute it. Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, now I've got to fuck around for like 20 minutes trying to get these earphones back. Hold up just a sec. Right, well, when I say 20 minutes, I actually mean, like, 2. Conan, take care of the chain. Oh, yeah, I really want to... I wonder what he's going to find. Oh, my God. I think it is actually really quite irresponsible to give it to Conan, though. I mean, he is... I mean, I get that he's probably... What, he's 16? He's fucking my age. Like, why shouldn't he do that job? I mean, to be fair, he's probably more... He has more experience in, I suppose, negotiation and more trust as well, obviously. Maybe he is just the person more appropriate for a lesson. Everything, I think Conan should still do it. I think he should be cutting the chain because he has more experience and more desensitization to sights like that. I mean, I'm sure that because of his older age, he'll be able to cope with, you know, seeing horrible, horrible corpses better than Conan will. I don't think it's a good idea what he's done. That is if they're dead, by the way. Worst case scenario. Yeah. Kumasawa, stop setting up dinner for now and accompany Conan. I will go over to Madam. Yeah, if you were to come with me, Dr. Nanjo. Oh god, has something happened? Yeah, Genji took Nanjo, who still didn't know what was going on, and quickly left the kitchen. Right. Kumasawa-san. Yeah, Kumasawa-san, my apologies, but please do come with me. What has happened, Kanon-san? Kumasawa had said almost exactly the same thing as Nanjo. Oh my god, yeah, definitely, yeah. Unable to take in the situation and chased after Kanon, who had flown out into the... Oh my... Yeah, total emergency. They're fucking running. Taking Kumasawa with him, Kanon went to a storage room and looked through the tools packed in the toolboxes and hanging all over the walls. Yeah, trying to find something that could be used to cut the chain. Oh, shit, I hope you find something. What are you looking for? Yeah, let me help too. Yeah, we're cutting a door chain. Where was that large wire? You have got to be kidding me. Has it somehow disappeared? A door chain? Oh god, why would you do something like that? Yep, the chain to Eva-sama and Hideyoshi's room. Yeah, exactly. Even though they should be inside, they didn't answer when we called them. Yep, and they persistently called. Yeah, definitely, yeah. It took Kumasawa some time to figure out how cutting the chain and Eva and Hideyoshi not answering were connected. But she did realise that this was an urgent situation. It is, yeah. That one will probably do the trick. Oh shit! Right. Hunted down a very large wire cutter that had been hanging on. Good that they actually have something. It was called a cutter, but maybe it would be easier to understand if we said it was shaped like a Large pair of platinum. That's what I was thinking initially, actually. But yeah. God damn. Yeah, I'm kind of remembered once being warned that this dangerous tool could... Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Don't use it incorrectly. God. Cut through one of your fingers. Fucking hell. I don't think that would be very painless. Connor did that and rushed up the step. Yeah. Oh my god. Right, I really wonder. My bets are that they've died. He already knew instinctively. He should fight for every minute, every second to open it quickly. Yeah, he's a servant. Or perhaps it was already... Please wait, Kanon-san. It was already what? Already open? Or what? Hurry! Yeah. No waiting around. Kumasawa eventually caught up with him, gasping for breath with both hands on it. Oh god, I feel bad. She's old. When Kanon changed his grip on the wire cutters and looked up at the door, he let out an struck speechless. What? What the genuine fuck? I just have goosebumps, oh my god. What? What is this? Kumasawa screamed weakly. Face pallid. God. There was no surprise. It was right there. Oh my god, I know! Yeah, because like right there on the door, just like the magic circle that had been drawn on the shutter of the Rose Garden storehouse, there was another eerie shape drawn with a blood-like pain. However, it would be odd to call this one a magic circle. Yeah, exactly, yeah, because unlike what most people would expect, it wasn't a circle with shapes drawn inside it. But it's like, yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, no, I do find it really quite interesting. This doesn't necessarily determine that they're dead. Natsuki had a, geometric circle, but at the same time, because of the charm that Jessica had given her, she wasn't killed because of it. These guys don't have charms. Or at least that's my theory, I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. She should have died. Like, Natsuki is a dead person walking, let's be honest here. It's so fucking weird, though. Genuinely. I mean, how could it have happened? Genuinely, like, it just really doesn't make sense. How can, like, the second they've just revisited here, this has been drawn? Who the fuck did this? It can't be anyone here. There is no person I can think of that could have possibly done this. However, those strange characters filling in the gaps with, which weren't from the alphabet, were the same kinds as the ones on that magic circle on the shutter. Yeah, they definitely don't mean anything good, but the thing that that struck Kanon speechless wasn't how eerie the magic circle was. Exactly! I know! It was that something like this hadn't been here a short while ago. First, he had taken a trip back to the kitchen. After that, he'd gone to the storage room to grab a tool and headed right back. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Put those together and it couldn't have been much more than 5 minutes. Exactly. How could someone and something this creepy during that time period someone add something this creepy during that time period? I know. And as though it had just been drawn. Almost like the door itself was bleeding. I know! That is really fucking weird. That just shows, like, the, you know, the sort of satanic, like, symbol. It's... They finished drawing it the second they came back. And yet they haven't got caught for it. It's so weird. Like, how... That makes zero sense, genuinely. Like, how does any of the theories that we've learned up until now explain any of this? God, she's scared. Oh God, Kumasawa's knees gave way and she sank down on the spot. Oh God, yeah, understandable, yeah. If Kumasawa hadn't have done this first, then Kanon surely would have wanted to. Beatrice-sama.
ベアトリーチェ様の仕業ですよ。恐ろしや恐ろしや。
Oh my God, I know! It's like a Beatrice-sama. How horrid, how horrid. It is. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised if that would be the case. Kanon gulped, then ready the wire cutter and approached the door. Right. Oh yeah, understand. Yeah. He didn't want to get close to this disturbing magic circle. And he didn't want to touch the steadily dripping substance that looked like blood. Oh my God, definitely. But if he didn't get that close, oh, we wouldn't be able to. Oh, that's actually really quite tricky. So he has to touch the magic circle. God, this music is so ominous. Fighting this cold feeling, he gulped again, and after gathering up his courage, he went even closer, putting the wire cutter up against the chain. He then pressed with all of his strength, managing to cut through the chain far more easily than he'd anticipated. Right, the cut chain fell into two separate parts, which continued to clang as they swayed back and forth. Right, moment of truth. Kanon sighed. Oh my God, yeah, definitely, yeah. There's an envelope by your feet. And isn't that the master's? Yep. It looked like Kumasawa had also noticed the western envelope at the bottom of the door, and that the sealing wax had been sealed with the heads ring. Yeah. Kanon hesitated for just a second over whether he should open the letter first or check inside the room. Priorities. Yeah, good one. But he eventually decided on fulfilling his original purpose. Kanon pulled a handkerchief out of his pocket. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, this is so he wouldn't leave fingerprints on the door. If his worst fears were realised, the police would want to investigate this room. Exactly, yeah. Right! He slowly pushed the door open. Tell us the thing they know. Oh my God, I wonder. I really do wonder. Right, my predictions are that they both died, to be honest. Or they're not there. Those are the only things that seem reasonable. There's no way they're really in deep sleeps. Eva-sama? Eva was lying face up on the bed. On the bed with her shoes still on. Oh. Kumasawa, who had fearfully entered after Kanon and who was hiding behind his back, screamed a short eek again when she saw Eva like that. To be honest, I think it is good that the shoes are the first part you see. You probably don't want to see her corpse because I'd assume it's mutilated. If our shoes... Oh my god. Oh god. If our shoes had been the first part of her that Conan had seen, so the oddness of wearing shoes in bed was the first thing to strike him. Oh no, but when Eva's head shifted into his line of sight. Oh, Conan couldn't help but lay down a small scream like Kumasawa. Right in the middle of Eva's forehead, something had been placed. What? Something was growing there? No. Right in the center of her forehead. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Oh. God, that is disgusting. And do you know what's even worse? We don't even know about Hideyoshi. Where the fuck is he? God, best thing, but still. At the base of it where it was stuck in, blood dripped down, staining the sheets on the other side of the bright red. Ugh. Oh god, I hate imagining that. Kumasawa's knees gave way. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah. Gave way once more as she sank down on the floor. Mouth kept flapping open. She's properly shocked, yeah. Kept flapping open and closed, but she couldn't even scream. Oh my god, I know! Ethel was dead with some kind of weapon sticking out of her forehead. Oh god, yeah. Both eyes were open wide, and the image of the person who killed her must burn into them. But the only mouth capable of enabling that person to be shut for all eternity. Oh my god, I know! I really wonder what was last said to her. And I wonder who it was. She may have known, but now she can't have known because she's dead. Even though her forehead was the last place they wanted to look. They couldn't tear their eyes with... Understandable. Yeah. Oh god. That's fucking horrifying. So I'm assuming it's like penetrating the skull and everything, and maybe it's even cut through the brain. Ugh. Right there, the weapon was stuck into Eva's forehead, standing almost perfectly upright. Yeah, now that is interesting. And on top of the handle was a complicated design that you wouldn't expect to see on an ordinary weapon. That thing could be summed up. Yeah, interesting that. It's either someone that is really trying to get the facade of Beatrice in people's heads. Could be a 19th person, or it maybe could be her herself. It was a vulgar object with a design that might have been made of... might have been of some demon. Weird. Agreed. What about Hideyoshi-sama? I know. Hideyoshi-sama. If I was on top of her bed, but the other bed was empty. Look under. Where was Hideyoshi? After taking a backward glance at Kumasawa, still on her knees and... Oh god, still on her knees and stupefied. He checked the bathroom just in case. Oh. Well, the moment he opened the door, he was greeted by the steam and the sound of the shower. The bathroom was of the same familiar style as most hotel bathrooms. When taking a shower, a waterproof curtain was used to keep water from flying up. Oh yeah, I think it's also to get used to... Ugh, oh my god. Jeez. God damn, that is a vivid image. That waterproof curtain was half open. Oh my god, and lying tumbled down in the bathtub was Hideyoshi. Completely naked with both eyes open. And pointing right at Kanon. Just like ever, a weapon with a demon-like design was struck into his forehead. since his head had been under the shower's hot water this whole time. His face wasn't half covered and filled with blood like Evers had been. Yeah, but the sight of him dead while still taking a shower was oh my god, I know. They're gonna have to take the shower. They're gonna have to turn the shower off, by the way. Oh my god, yeah! Just then they heard Natsuhi's voice coming from the hall. She was probably coming with Genji. Yeah. Again with this graffiti. What about the letter? What does it say? Oh yeah, I really want her. I really want her. That's horrible. That really is. Don't know, I haven't read it yet. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, we shouldn't touch it carelessly. Do they have fingerprints though? If Beatrice doesn't have a body, if she's a culprit, then... we should hand it over to the police. Yeah, fair. Yeah, they went out of their way to leave it here. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't have left finger. I agree. As Natsuhi said that, she picked up the envelope. Damn! Right. Oh! And before checking his contacts, she entered the room herself, where she found Eva dead. Eva-san. Yeah, Madame Hideyoshi-san is here too. This is... oh my god, I know! Truly atrocious. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Can't turn off the shower. Yeah, don't let's be any more pitiful than it needs to be. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yes, Mom. Yeah, Connor gripped his handkerchief and twisted the valve, turning off the shower. Yeah. In the bathtub, a small jar with body soap had fallen with his cap off. You've got to be kidding me. So he was in the middle of washing himself. It really looked like he'd been attacked while taking a shower. Yeah! God. There was still a small splash of blood clinging to the white bathtub, and the combination of red and white. Ugh, yeah, understandable. Yeah, made a horrible contrast. Dr. Nanjo. I understand. Oh god. No signs of post-mortem division. Maybe Mortis hasn't begun either. It seemed that an hour or so has passed since they were killed. What? That's really surprising. Insane force. But even so, how a weapon with such a short handle could do that to the skull? Oh my god, I know. Like, they have probably died instantly. Nanjo shake their pulses and their pupils, making certain of their deaths once more. Yeah, right. Oh, God. As Connor was his business-like treatment, he thought... I mean, definitely, yeah. I suppose they have to do it. It's procedure as a doctor. Couldn't you tell at a glance they were dead without doing all of that? Nigel thought about removing the weapon. Yeah, I agree, but then decided it would be better to preserve the scene and hand it over to the police, so he left it alone. Isn't it just horrible seeing such a nice person in, you know, a position like this? I mean, Jesus. But a close inspection of the base showed that it didn't have a... What? Yeah, no, I get that, yeah. In fact, it was more conical than blade-shaped. You noticed that rather than a knife, it was more like a short-handled spear! Something with a shape better suited for thrusting than slicing. Yeah, rather than a short spear, you could call it a thick ice pick. At any rate, after looking at this scene... Oh, yeah, definitely. No further words were needed to describe what sort of terrible purpose such eerily designed weapons were originally... Oh, yeah, I agree. Nor was it necessary to explain how they can... Oh my god, yeah! Nutty, hoping to escape the repulsive sting, filling the bathroom as soon as she could... Oh. Yeah, understandable, yeah, covered her mouth with a handkerchief and dashed out from the room. Just viewing their gruesome bodies for an instant had been enough to burn the... Oh god, fair. If she looked any longer, that image would surely remain. I mean, I don't even disagree. The rising urge to vomit was exactly the same feeling she had that morning at the gardening storehouse. Oh god, for a while. So that's why she was, you know, standing to her back, with her back to everyone when everyone first discovered her. For a while, Nutty couldn't help but stand with her back facing the guest room. Yeah, understandable, yeah. Fighting that sickness in her stomach. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, George. At any rate, we can't let the children... Yes, we can't let George Coon see this room. Yeah, seal this room with all haste. Yes, we mustn't let them see. Oh my god, I know. God, he's lost son, and now he's lost his fucking parents. It's so awful. Really weird weapon. It's so sharp though, it must have been thrust at them with such a force. Maybe an impossibly high force. It's kind of hard to tell though. Either really good strength or impossibly fast forces, who knows. But they could tell that those fiercely racing footsteps... But they could tell those fiercely racing footsteps in the hallway belonged to George even before he came dashing into the room. Shit. George and the other children had been waiting in the parlour. However, when they saw Genji speak to Natsuki, when they saw her turn pale and fly out of the parlour, they felt a sense of foreboding. Yeah, and they saw a large group of people gathered around the guest room. They were sure. Yeah. I mean, they have to see it, to be fair. Mother. What is this? Another magic circle. Yeah. What do she has to say? Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi are safe, right? Hey, Kanon-kun. What's this all about? Batora-sama. That is such a fucking tricky situation. What do you say? Especially because George is right there. Didn't have to say anything. Georgie. Scream after he ran into the room, tell them everything they needed to know. Who? Oh my god. You know shit is real when you see even one of the most nice, composed, lovely and peaceful characters saying shit like this. George-kun. Yeah, understandable, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Until he touched George's shoulder with her hand, but he violently shook her off. George fell over beside Eva and buried his face in the bed. His face wailing. Then he pounded on the bed with his fist over and over again. George-san. Hang in there. Huh? Batora? Batora-sama. Batora had his back against the wall of the hallway. His eyes with his right hand weeping without restraint. Horrible. Oh my god, I know! He proposed to the girl he loved and lost her the next day. Exactly. It is too cruel. It seriously is. Agreed. Of course, it's sad whenever anyone does, no matter who it is. Oh my god, I know, yeah, but to battle those left alone by the deaths of others were far more worthy of pity. Yeah, fair. Everyone here and now had lost. Oh my god, I know! Everybody here and now had lost somebody close to them. George wasn't the only one to be this. Yeah, definitely. Agreed. Yeah, well, George's pain was far greater than ever. Oh my god, I know. Batora. Oh no. I know everyone dies sooner or later. God, yeah. Yeah, I agree, yeah. But the fact that it's being brought on them so quickly, it's too cruel. Too cruel. Exactly. Way further in the future, not now, but still, shouldn't they be in the future for Aniki? Exactly. Oh my god, I know! 2 at the same fucking time. But shouldn't those deaths visit him 1 at a time? Horrible. Agreed. It's too horrible, that bastard. That bastard. Couldn't agree more. Doesn't he have even a speck of human sympathy in him? Don't cry, don't cry. She seems very phased. Well, she doesn't really understand, I suppose. Yeah, no, I know. Maria tried to comfort Batola in a mechanical sounding voice. Yeah, Batola violently wiped his tears. Yeah. Damn it, I won't cry anymore. Tears of regret, tears of sadness. I won't shed them again. So useless. The witch has got me backed into a corner. Always on the defensive. That's useless, it's all useless. Spin the chessboard around. Definitely. Definitely. That bastard probably thinks we'll be... I mean, how can they try anything? They're not in the mindset whatsoever. They can't do anything that requires thinking. How would George be able to do something like that? Like, come on. But guess what? I'll spin it around. True. Is that true, actually? If there are a witch, they can escape any time they would have liked that. That bastard can't escape this island until tomorrow either. Yeah, interesting. I think you are very overconfident. But still, it's good that he has hope and drive. Yeah, we won't be hiding away, pissing ourselves. That bastard will. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Really? I'll expose you, you'll see. By tomorrow. By tomorrow? No, screw tomorrow. Tonight. Before tonight's over, I'll be gripping you by the collar. He sounds very overconfident, and that's good, but will he really be doing so? That was really quite something. What's next? Oh. Yeah, they really should. Right, now we can probably read some more character. Yeah, look at that! Fucking hell. Yeah, let's hope Jessica doesn't become like that as well. Oh. Yeah. Oh my god, I know, that is a really good question. Yeah, I never possibly thought about it. It is a total closed room mystery. How the fuck could a human have killed them? Look, I'm sorry, but there is no way this could have not been, you know, magic orientated. We haven't got anything new for Maria. Right. Oh yeah. Love that. Okay. My god, that was really quite something. Today was really quite fun. That ending was vivid. It really was. Oh my god. Right, what does the letter say? What does the, obviously, the, you know, magic circle, what is its meaning? And also, just in general, like, what the genuine fuck is going to happen? Like, seriously, I really have no idea what, you know, what the result of this plot is actually going to be in the end. I mean, it just sounds hopeless. It just genuinely sounds hopeless. Like, no matter how much drive Battler has, you really think that he's actually going to be able to solve this? Like, I don't think he is. I really don't. But maybe he will. He's going to try his best, and I hope he does. But at the same time, like, whether he is actually going to be able to, it's really doubtful. Oh my god, it's so interesting about, you know, the conflicts regarding Natsuhi and FR, and, yeah, my god, it's just really quite funny, you know, just seeing FR trying so hard to, you know, frame Natsuhi for the crime, and then we just get a death, but her death, that is so obviously not even possibly done by a human. Like, how the fuck can a human kill through a locked door? I mean, it just doesn't really make that sense whatsoever. I mean, I would have thought poison, if there wasn't a fucking, you know, spear, well, a thick ice pick like spear lodged into their heads. I mean, god, that's such vivid imagery. I mean, my god, George, I do not even want to voice how much I feel bad for him, like, genuinely. Yeah, it's going to be interesting just to see what... I'm interested to see how his reaction is going to be. He's either going to be really grief-stricken, understandably, or maybe he's going to help Battler, and he's going to try and solve this as much as he does. Who knows? Right, that was really interesting today. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, my god, I'm excited for tomorrow. So yeah, see ya.